So currently we're just in town. You guys had just met up with Syrah again. Got it right on the first try.
Hey.
And the she had just met you guys inside the town hall. It's late in the evening. You had talked to Captain Harriman about potentially receiving his help, right? He had mentioned that there was a guy in, I believe, the Mountainshadow Inn, where a champion named Lance Godfrey resides. Upon hearing about his request and seeing that that is an opportunity to get in favor with the Firebeards, you have made your way through the districts towards this later evening time to the Mountainshadow Inn, where you entered. The pub was rather loud and boisterous, and seemed like a high-class commoners place where they like to rough and tumble, where the nobles go to pretend to be glamping, you could say. The equivalent of glamping for nobles being commoners in a commoner pub. So they have organized fight ring in the middle of the pub, as well as like 2 levels of balcony-like seatings that can overlook it. So the entertainment is usually provided by certain, capable patrons or people that wish to have their gentlemen's duels. But it was lively, and you walked up to this human-looking fellow who turns to you, hiccups with a strong smell of Dwarven alcohol on his breath, and then greets you. Yeah, as you had called out his name. And that's where we left off. So, Godfrey, human, scarred up to some degree. As mentioned before, he had several scars, but they look like they are almost intentionally placed. Seems that maybe you get the rough idea that maybe it only healed scars that didn't do his physique or the look that he wanted to prescribe to. Yeah. But all real scars, supposedly. And kind of looks at you guys you're not sure if he's sober. Is kind of just eyeing you, realizes that you're not dwarves. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but I can sing gold with the best of them.
Right. Can you sing with your fists?
Hey,
what can I do for you?
Jasper takes a step back and just sort of pushes Dakren forward.
I kind of just fold my arms, flex my muscles a little bit. I'm just like, you look like the type of guy who would like some more heavy work, huh? We had a proposition for you if you're interested.
I'm retired, man, but I'm always up for something more exciting.
Well, do you know, is it
Captain Harriman?
Or Harriman.
Captain Harriman.
Harmon, that's it. Are you familiar with Captain Harmon? One of the barge captains through the lava pass.
Captain Harmon. Stout, rough-looking dwarf. Has a patch eye, right?
I think so.
Did he have a patch?
I remember. Yes, he did.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's
in his early description.
Familiar, actually.
I forgot about the patch eye. He's even cooler now.
Yeah, that's him.
Which you guys may have noticed at this time that he has swapped swap the patch from one eye to the other from time to time.
I remember that vaguely. My kind of dwarf.
Apparently, he has some utility use for the patch rather than actually having a wounded eye.
It's like a magic eye patch.
But Horam, yeah, I've had a scrap or two with him before. Good fellow.
It could be possession.
Knows what he's doing. Yeah, no, he runs those new fire barge things. Leads the quiet life, as far as I understand, but it's quite the sight to behold. Apparently, some dragons patrolling the channels, and they don't have too much trouble or stuff that way. But what's his proposition about with him?
Well, the lava
bartender
pass
for some water to like sober himself up.
Well, the lava pass isn't as quiet as you might think. You see, we took on a job for him just to get a discount coming through the pass and everything, and we were attacked by some Iron Spike Duergar. Not sure if you've heard about them, but some Iron Spike Duergar pirates attacked us, and we also saw some creatures that Captain said assault the bridges from time to time. Could be an exciting life for someone like you who's been out of the game for a while.
Kind of swishing his cup a bit, sips it back, thinks about it. I don't know. Sounds like it might be a good deal, but how do I know it's worth it? I've been a fighter all my life. Look for excitement in such things. Sure, scenery is great. Scenery around here is about the best I've seen in a long time. But, I mean, I'm looking for a challenge. Is there any way that you can show me that it's worth my time?
As we're all crippled.
That's exactly what you'll find.
I mean, to be fair,
Look, he's obviously not interested.
You can see these burns on our bodies.
He's probably decrepit with arthritis. It's obvious he's not prepared for adventure. You're either prepared for adventure or you're not. Let's leave this poor man alone and let him smolder in his retirement.
It kind of looks over at the pit, looks at you guys, is like, listen, I get a couple good fights here and there from this place. But looking at your burn marks and everything, it looks like you had a bit of an adventure on you. Looks like you may have gone through a scrap or two. Tell you what, trade punches with me for a bit and see how well you all do, and we'll go from there. I think it'll give me a good gauge of whether or not it's better than the rabble that I normally get in this place. The nobles tend to hire out certain adventurers, but I've built up a name for myself, so I get less and less attention here. So it might be time for a change of pace.
If that'll get your blood moving and get you in the frame of mind to do some real work, I'm sure you'll find it much more
at the moment. I don't think you just have to last long enough. I just want a good scrap. I haven't had one for the past day, and I'm a bit itchy.
Sounds fine to me. I don't know about the rest of you. I've been a soldier for quite a while, so I can hold my own, but not. I just kind of look at Jasper and Hargus.
Soldier, you say. You know your skills get rusty when you haven't had a good scrap for a while. He slams the mug down, gets up, and says, "Tender!" Claps his hand, and the bartender looks over, and he goes, nods, and walks over and starts pulling a chain that rings a bell. And a bunch of the patrons start going silent and looking towards the ring. He's like, "If you don't mind joining me inside, I'll see to what you can do." He says, "Don't worry." And you notice that there's a large claymore next to him. He's like, "I won't be using that. We'll just keep this all friendly." Puts up his fist. He's like, "You can use whatever you want, though." And he walks inside.
Well, I guess as we're walking, are we all going to fight him?
Yeah, he gestured to all of you. It looks like he's used to taking on more than one opponent at a time. And
well, Dakren, let me aid you by inspiring you. So that like maxes your hit points and gives you +8. I believe it is. And then inspiration.
Inspiration?
As I ran around.
Oh, you're
Bardic
so you
inspiration.
cast aid?
I think he's
Cast
talking about
aid
a bardic.
and combat inspiration. I'll cast aid.
Okay,
but
what
I'll
level?
Give you bardic inspiration. As well, I
Okay,
like
so
to win.
that's
So
for
level?
aid, that's 5. Oh, okay. So how many more hit points is that?
Let me look
Is
it
it
up.
like 5
Sorry,
per level or something like that?
I was actually writing.
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
similar to those flapjacks, right? Does that stack? It's a new temporary hit point. Don't you already have the flapjacks?
I didn't make the flapjacks this
No,
morning.
it doesn't stack,
No.
and yeah, I didn't eat those today, so
Yeah.
Sorry, no. Temporary hit points never stack.
yeah,
Oh,
right. But this is hit point
But
maximum.
he hasn't had anything, so that still works, Hargus.
okay.
Right, and you're casting it at 3rd level.
Well, hold on. I believe I can cast it at 4th level. But let me look here. 3rd level. 3rd level.
Okay. So that's 10 extra hit points. Very nice.
So that could be for all 3 of us.
So I am bolster, and then you also inspired me, right? Bardic inspiration.
Correct.
Sweet.
And in a minute, I can give inspiration again to Jasper.
I appreciate that.
Right.
Hargus.
So Hargus gives us a little pep talk before we go.
And a little swat on the fanny for 10 HP for each of us, which is nice.
Well, it's no cricket, lad. Sorry.
That's all right. You give a great back rub, Hargus. I feel really revitalized.
It's all in the chair.
It's really loosened.
He learned plenty from that
great.
Dwarven handmaid the other day.
Yeah, maybe that was it. She taught you some things.
I think
So is
borderline abuse.
Is Godfrey wearing armor?
No, he's not. He's just in what looks like a white tunic top that has a little bit of spill on it from whatever he was eating or otherwise. Kind of longer V'd, opened, kind of a burly chest. He's just in kind of commoner clothing at the moment, and he's left what looks like maybe branded mail near the table that maybe he uses occasionally for more intense fights, and the claymore. Seems he has his own little armor rack that is set up next to where he was sitting that he can use to get ready for any scraps. But he's just...
Lance?
He seems a little drunk at the moment, to put it simply.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Godfrey. I shoot arrows and sort of make things, that kind of blow up with little fire bombs, that sort of thing. You want me to shoot arrows at you?
He's just...
All right.
Come on.
I don't feel great about this, but all right, okay. If that's what you're in the mood for.
Anyways, he gets into the center of the ring, and he's kind of like tightening his belt a little bit. He's wrapping some cloth around his hands. He seems to be flexing and stretching a bit, just kind of trying to get into the groove. And then he motions to the minstrels to give him a little bit of an upbeat tune for them to fight to and to entertain everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes a slight bow towards everybody, and they start cheering, and they're waiting for you guys to enter. And he didn't gesture to just one of you; he's expecting all 3 of you to come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. As we walk up, Jasper's gonna take out his little jar and start shaking it up and release his hornets in a little cloud, so they start kind of land on his shoulders and stuff, getting ready. But they're out buzzing around. Got the hornets going. All right, guys, here we go.
I'm going to gonna take my breastplate off and put my shield nearby, and then I'm going to transform my sword. Yeah, I feel like it'd be better to be on equal terms. Although I am not good at hand to hand with my fists, so I'm going to.
You can tell that he seems battle hardened. Like he seems to have psyched you guys out. But yeah.
Jasper has no compunction about being on unequal terms and quickly applies a snail goo to his the leather pieces on his vest and then sparks it up.
But he does notice you doing this, and he's gonna give you a nod and a grin. He's like,
Yeah, it's not subtle.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, to all of you, like, he nods towards you, Jasper, and he kind of gives a grin, kind of like, that's my kind of man, looking at Dakren, what he's doing. And he's ready for you guys.
All right.
Well, I'm going to look at him.
I'll take off my armor, and I'll turn the longsword. It'll turn to smoke and then reform into, like, a big bat, basically. Like a big...
like a club.
Yeah. Mechanical-wise, it's a warhammer, but yeah.
So it's a D8 still. It's the same thing. It's just bludgeoning, but it's a club.
Yeah, D10. In fact, we will only go with 2 hands because of my sword or shield. So
okay.
And then, yeah, I think that's it for me. So I'm ready. So I'll jump down into the ring.
Yeah. All right. What were you gonna say, Hargus? You were starting to say something. You were looking at him, or?
I'll strip out of anything that I don't want to get broke, like my musical instruments. And as soon as I have initiative, I'm going to grab him by the legs and start kicking him, boys.
Yeah. With that,
although
you guys get into the ring.
Yeah.
One of the waiters comes over and like closes the gate behind you guys, and he says, "All right, ready for a good show." And seemingly ready for this, Lance puts up his arm straight up, and everybody starts cheering, and then the music starts playing at that point. And it's kind of like a more... It's kind of like a weird take on a battle hymn. It's just more jovial and more intense. Something like a playwright's battle script kind of thing. And with that, he puts up his arm into the air, and he brings it down. He's like, "Ladies, gentlemen, tonight we're going to have a brawl for you. Let's see how these newcomers handle." And everybody's like, "Yeah!" And start getting excitement for it. With that, he's like, "At you ready." And then he goes and puts his arms up, and as inebriated as he is, he's a very intimidating presence. I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, nice.
As you suddenly feel the washover of his experience and everything come on you.
If I'm proficient in intimidation, does that give me any bonus?
Yeah.
The resistance to intimidation?
I'll say you have advantage.
What is advantage? All right.
Yeah.
This isn't a magical force by any chance, is it?
Actually, this would be charisma saving throw, wouldn't it? Because it's intimidation is basically what he's doing.
Yeah, that's up to
no,
you.
wisdom is used to avoid fear.
Yeah,
so I think wisdom is fine.
Well, it is a fear effect.
Well, advantage helped a little bit, but not great. 13 for me.
And
13?
It's not magic by any chance, this effect, is it?
No, it's just his battle prowess.
Well, my natural 2 will go unmodified in that case.
You are feared.
It's very fitting for Jasper. 15.
15. Hargus and Dakren, neither of you succumb to the effect because you kind of talked yourselves out of it. You're like, he doesn't have any armor on. He's just using his bare fist. I shouldn't be intimidated by this guy. I mean, I have my
Prepare for an
weapons.
assault.
Meanwhile, Jasper's going, he doesn't have any armor on. He's just got his bare fists. He's obviously mad. Stay away from
He's a wild dog. He's initiated. I don't know what he'll do.
Shoot him with
Is
an
this
arrow.
confident we're doomed?
And he puts up his fist. Roll initiative, everybody, with that.
We'll see if I can get any better on my initiative.
You have disadvantage on your initiative because of the fear,
Disadvantage?
I believe.
Oh, so that natural 20 is going to be wasted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Check.
Oh,
12.
so I got a dirty 20 instead.
Fine.
Dirty 20.
15 for me.
That's a dirty,
Alright.
dirty 20.
So you have a dirty 20 with disadvantage.
Yeah, my first one was a natural 20.
Wow.
I rolled a natural.
Jasper's fear is kicking in.
Yeah, it's still fear-based. It's fear-based.
Get ready to
run. What did you get, Hargis?
12.
So it goes Dakren and then Hargis, right?
How far away is he?
The arena is about 40 feet. It's
Okay.
similar to the barge that you
About
guys
40
were
foot
on.
away.
Yeah.
It's a big
The
tavern.
arena itself is 40 feet. You guys are probably only 25 feet away from each other because you've stepped a couple feet in, or about 5, 10 feet.
Don't speak for Jasper. He hasn't stepped.
Okay, you can be right next to the gate, but
He stepped
it's 40
forward.
feet it's a 40-foot diameter
Yeah,
is what it is.
that sounds good. All right.
So, with that,
Actually, Dustin, I'm going to skin my Warhammer like brass knuckles. Is that okay? Like,
yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
like just
You're
punch.
proficient
so
with whatever warlock
it-
weapon that you have. So,
Just goes into two
Yeah.
big.
it's we'll just
So
say
it's like
the
these
sword
iron
just goes
gauntlets.
and so they're like these black brass knuckles with like little studs on them with little red veins of ore in them, kind of flashing a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that then, because I want to punch him. I just feel like it's only fair.
Yeah.
he looks
have
at that and he's like,
Fist
"That's
fight.
a neat trick."
My only preparation
It's
is I'm going to wrap my cloak around one arm like you'd make you know what a rat tail is when you pop somebody with it?
Yeah.
I'm fashioning my cape into a rat tail.
Okay, understood.
Towel whip him.
That's right. I have a plan.
All right, let's see if you guys change your tune here in a moment.
Oh, I think we're going to get whooped. I'm ready for a pound.
With that,
They're going to make it worth his while.
top of the round, Jasper, you're up.
I will quickly take out my little mechanical ball and just chuck it at him. Ah! And it'll start whipping around. I guess it'll have to be one of the sticky pads come out and like boink, catches onto the skin there and like hooks on and just starts bouncing. Bang, 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 bang. And we'll see if
So make an attack.
Yep. Misses. So then I'll just quick.
Does it miss?
It
What's
does.
the total?
It's gotta miss. It's like because I got disadvantage, so it's a 9 total.
Oh, 9 does miss.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, that was that. So I'll just stay back where I am and
Okay.
move
with
further
that,
away.
he-
I move further
he
away.
sees that, kind of dodges to the side,
Yeah.
and as he dodges, he kind of takes a stumbling step,
Mhm.
rotates, and then
Oh, no.
leaps towards you guys and haymakers.
Oh, no.
The closest. Who's closest? of
I'm
you
farthest
guys?
back. I went as far back as I
I
could.
probably would have.
Okay, so he's gonna
I
haymakers.
probably would have gone up front.
You got the shortest reach.
He kind of he stumbled forward, and then as he turns, he just leaps off the ground towards you and comes down with this flying haymaker into you.
And as he,
He's
So
a dwarven drunken god.
yeah, as
Stop.
that's a natural 20. So that is
he, ouch.
wow.
Gee.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage from his fist.
Me? Is
Yeah.
that who we? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're the
So
closest.
just-
Basically, he's using his movement. He leaps and he haymakers you. Totally unexpected with the way.
As he
and
jumps in, he
how
catches.
poetic is D&D at times?
All right. Yeah. As he jumps into range, he gets stung by some hornets as he jumps in range. So wisdom save.
What's the save on that?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That's a 13 on the wisdom save.
All right. So he is going to take 15 points of radiant damage.
15 points?
Yep. As he punches poor Dakren very hard.
Yeah. And he gets stung, and there's a bunch of like radiant light that seems to be blistering his skin. Okay. And with that, he's going to next shove you prone. Austin, make an athletics check.
24.
24?
Yep.
Yeah. So as he haymakers you, he goes to push you in the shoulder, and you kind of just let it glance off, and then break his push. He's like, "Oh, good on you!" And then he's gonna kick for your leg, making a normal attack. Right. Okay. And then kicks at your leg. You hop backwards as he misses again. That's.
I'm going to repost as a react.
Oh,
so I hop back and I just smack him right on the head, or try to anyway. So I'm gonna attack with that. Ooh, that's good. That's a, that's a 25.
25 hits for sure.
All right, so that deals 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Feeling a little raw.
Oh no, I add my superiority die too. So that's 7 plus. Ooh, so 12 total.
12 total.
So just right on the back of his head as he lurches forward.
There's a bit backwards, and he's like, "Oh, good hit." Crack.
Do I get to repeat that wisdom save at the end of my turn?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh.
It was a DC 10, but if you fail it
just
you're
persists.
just intimidated by him.
All right.
Yeah. Except for a certain situation, which we'll get to if it happens. Argus, it is your turn.
Immediately, I'm trying.
I think it's. Don't I go first?
Out my
I rolled better than Argus.
Dakren. No,
go ahead.
Sorry, were you just attacking? Oh, sorry, it's still your turn. I thought the repost was yours.
Yeah, that was my reaction on his turn.
Yeah, Dakren, it's yours.
Yeah, I do the old wipe my blood with the side of my hand off my lip or whatever, and then I'm just like, whoosh, and I just go for a jab with my brass knuckles.
There we go.
Well, we'll make this a
moment of fear.
We'll make this a booming blade.
Okay.
It's only a 12 though.
12 glancing blow.
Okay. So that is actually I'm going to use my actually no, there's no mind. It has to be before I find out. Okay, we'll just do that then. So that's
for your
not
thing.
Great. Yeah. Because I already so that's before I know. Let's see, so 6, so 3 bludgeoning damage and
3 bludgeoning. Okay.
3 bludgeoning and 1 thunder.
Okay. That's your hit. Anything else?
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to make my cloak of billowing billow.
So as you hit him, and there's this thunderous noise, as you've stopped and you hold your fist there, and he's kind of like just braced his stomach and it's holding there. There's this bellowing cape behind you. It's just like this really heroic kind of posturing where he's taking the blow, and it just looks like it's a lot more of an intensive a blow because of your cape, and the crowd's just going wild on that.
Are we about to have a dance sequence? Because I'm all into
that.
Who knows where this fight could go?
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Hargus, do your
Hargus,
thing.
it is your turn.
All right, I'll go ahead and give you my whole plan so you can react accordingly.
Okay.
In my tavern brawling, I'm using my cape in lieu of a weapon to distract him. I'm going to pop him in the eyes, and my real goal is on my initiative move is to attempt to grapple his leg and wrap all my limbs around it because I know my own limits.
Do you have the tavern brawl feat? Out of curiosity, for
I
improvised
get
weapons.
2 for 5th level, right?
It's
At 5th level, we get 2 more, and I picked tavern brawling. Is that how? Isn't that how?
It would have been
how
a.
it
So
works?
you get a feat or the attribute scores.
4. Level 4.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate,
I
but
didn't understand that. I apologize.
I don't mind.
But I'm
As
still
long as
gonna
everybody
go
else is fine with this, I feel like Hargus has had enough life experience to maybe have tavern brawl.
Oh, thanks.
That feels pretty on point for Hargus.
It's a very rare feat for somebody to go
whatever.
for, so I don't necessarily mind the idea of you having tavern brawl.
Yeah,
Because all it does is make it so you're proficient with improvised
Yeah,
weapons.
I think that's.
Well, I'll do it without the skill or with it.
Okay. we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
But
It
for the
is
moment,
mine, you have-
yeah. So you go and you make the attack.
The attack with.
I think it's athletics if you're trying to grab.
Well, it's still a 9, so.
Are you
I rolled
trying
a
to
9.
grapple him or just actually attack him in the eyes?
First
with
off, well, the way it's described is I can use an improvised weapon, throw something at him, whatever, and then for my bonus action, I can attempt to grapple.
Ah.
So really, I'm just using the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what the feat does.
That's cool.
Get in close to him.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a distraction so I can get a hold of him.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to punch with this guy.
Why not?
Well, I'll do
you
it to
punch him or not, he's going to punch you. So
I know. I'm trying to diffuse that as much as possible.
okay, yeah.
Well,
So
anyway, snap the towel at his face, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to attempt to grapple. And I'm not sure how that works here.
So that sounds like this is the tavern brawler feat, right? Let's just look at that really quick.
See, I thought that you just accumulated feats or skills.
Yeah, you do in the older editions, right? But 5th edition is a little different that way.
A little.
Which is why there's not as many feats.
Yeah.
Hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use a section to attempt to grapple the target.
Yeah.
So you gotta.
So you would have had to hit first.
So you make an attack. If it hits, then you can do the bonus grapple.
Okay. Well, dang.
Well, did you?
What did you roll to hit?
9.
Oh no!
You have 2 attacks. You can attack. You can attack twice. Remember, one of those counts as the attack. The advantage here
he
is
doesn't
that
have
if
attack.
either of those hit, then
He doesn't
you
have
can
2
use your
attacks.
bonus.
Just one.
Oh,
No,
he gets it at
that's
6th
5th
level, right? Because you're
I'm
a
4.
bard.
Yeah, I am.
Right.
Let's see.
I think
So,
we're all excited for
next
6th level.
Yeah, 6th level is when you get your extra attack as part of your subclass. Okay. So unfortunately, you go for the whip. He it goes for his eyes, and he ducks down and kind of headbutts it, getting ready for it, and gets back up. So unfortunately, no effect. And he points his one hand at you, and he's like, "Your turn's next, laddie." Okay, that goes back up to Jasper's turn then.
All right. So the ball is still bouncing. Bang, bang, bang. It's gonna see if it hits on that. Probably not with an 11, huh?
Okay, yeah.
So that the bouncy
No,
ball
not
springs
with.
off. Okay. But
Nope.
for
12
my
is armor classes you found
yeah.
off in the glancing
So
blow
that was
area.
my bonus action as it keeps doing its thing. Then he'll quickly pull out one of his big sparkle bomb arrows, and
Okay.
just so I'm really sorry about this. And fire it off, but he will use the clockwork amulet to make that
Oh, give it
a
10.
10, so it'll be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, so guarantee hits. So the little
Very good
amulet
use of
whirls,
that.
That's what
and then like you feel your arms kind of lock into place and like lock onto him, almost like you're an automaton at that point, and then release.
Ooh. Wish I could do that more often. That's a total
Like
of
one hack on that
Yeah.
on first person shooters where it just locks onto them.
Auto aim.
Yeah, auto aim.
another 16
And
points.
you definitely make a ticking, like a clockwork noise as you move.
And fires it off, and big glitter bomb center of his chest, and 16 points of radiant damage.
Oh no, yeah. So as it gets hit by that, and then it's glowing, like the crowd doesn't know what's really going on, but they see him get hit, and then he's glowing, and he's like, "He's radiant," not understanding the concept of the spell.
And yep, I'll
Yeah.
just kind of circle around and keep Hargis and
That was 16, you
Dakren
said?
between me and him. Yeah, 16.
Okay. Okay. He's looking pretty hard now. He's like, maybe I should take care of you first. Anyways, he's gonna uppercut into Austin, or into Dakren. Sorry.
So
He just reaches out the screen and uppercuts Austin.
at the start of his turn, he makes a wisdom save too.
He seems more sober now, and like he's taking a better stance. So, that's a. That first one probably misses. That's only 11 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. 12 to hit,
Glancing
and
blow.
a 16 to hit.
Oh, dang.
As he just left, right, or right, left, right. Sorry, just kind of gives you the old 1-2 plus an extra.
So I dodged
so
the first one, and then the second one I managed to knock away. But then with that leaving me open, he just clobbers me in the side of the head.
So that is 3 points damage for the glancing blow, and then 6 points of damage for the actual hit on the third one.
And a wisdom save for my hornets as well at the top of his
Oh yeah,
turn.
because he's still in it.
Yeah.
As he gets stung again, he's like, and then kind of looks over towards you and glares.
It's weird. a lot of bugs in here.
Even though you use the clockwork amulet, you still need to roll for
what?
Because he has disadvantage from fear.
Well, but
I think it just sets the roll to 10.
Right.
It sets one of his
no matter
rolls
what it is,
what?
it just sets it to 10.
One of what rolls?
No, I think it's just.
Is it just to 10?
Let me check, but.
Yeah, check on
it
that.
It says in lieu of rolling.
It says instead of rolling, you can choose to have 10.
Yeah, so I think that's when I think that's when you should use it, is when you have disadvantage, because it just like lines it up perfect, basically.
Look at that more. I thought
you can forego
his clockwork amulet went for one roll, kind of like how luck only applies to one roll.
No, it says you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die.
Yeah.
So even if he rolled a natural 1, then it would be a 10, right?
Look it up later. Either way, for now, we'll go with that. Okay. That was his turn. Dakren, it's your turn.
His wisdom save for hornet damage.
Oh, right. 7, so full damage again.
All right. So 12 and 15 points of radiant stinger damage.
Okay. 12, you said?
15.
Oh, 15.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, Hargis, your turn. Oh no, Dakren.
I
You
did
want me
go
to
ahead.
use?
Okay, so yeah, I just kind of smile at him, and I'm just like, "It's 3-on-1, man. You brought this on yourself." Whoosh. I'll do a green flame blade this time. So my eyes kind of flash red, and my fists kind of burst into flame for a second as I
You've got advantage.
Okay.
as I hit him.
Advantage
1, 2.
on this one, Dakren.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, it's a natural
Because of
19,
the-
but we'll see if crit. Nope. So yeah, like 26.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
All right, so that's 10 plus. Ooh.
How would you like me to use
So
cutting
10
words?
points of 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of fire damage. So just
7 and 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, you're making children cry. Their heroes getting bludgeoned.
And
The
stunned.
crowd seems to be loving it.
Shame on you.
Like, yeah, put him in his place.
it says you guys aren't connected to the sound pad anymore, but I'm making a crowd
Oh, I
cheer
still
every
hear it.
time somebody gets hit. Oh, really? It says connected to 0. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
I still have the voices going on and the town noise going on and crickets.
Oh, that's not what I have going on at all. You must be off. It's been playing like battle music this whole time and
Yes.
Oh,
cheers. And
interesting.
try clicking on the link again. It just needs fresh or something.
I'll try it again.
That's really weird. I wonder if it must have just got off sync or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, something that way.
I tried and it actually wouldn't connect. Didn't actually
Oh,
open.
yeah, now I definitely have battle music. So, noted for next time. We'll have to look into that, Austin.
Yeah, we'll keep experimenting with this. And then just bonus action billow again with my cloak.
A bonus action billow.
Oh, man, don't a little.
Actually,
style.
no. I'm gonna second wind as my bonus action.
Good call.
You're going to second wind as your bonus action. Okay.
Oh, there it
Yeah,
is.
just okay. Not but hey,
It looks like he's taking a good beating
do
at this
kinda-
point. Still looks healthy. But
All right,
looks like
I'll-
he's taking a good beating.
all right, that's my turn.
Okay.
How would you like me to use cutting words? Can I use that? That's either or, right? Because it's connected to Barded
It's your action.
Inspiration. I can use cutting words or inspiration as a bonus action.
Cutting
Can you do
words.
cutting words?
Cutting.
So cutting words is your
Cutting words is
action
your lore
spell.
bards.
Yeah, for
Oh, really?
for lore bards.
Yeah. Valor has a different thing where
Oh,
they can
yeah.
add
I was under the
when you give
impression that
somebody.
I think they're.
Do you
Okay.
mean
Alright.
Vicious mockery? Did you
No,
mean vicious mockery?
I was looking at the cutting words. I've never used it, and the way I read it, it was like part of inspiration. You could do inspiration or hold it and use it as cutting words. But I see now it is under the Lord. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm just-
If you're a lord bard, you can do that. Yes.
Never mind. I'm just going for
I
the
mean,
grab.
you could throw some cutting words at him anyways, as in the verbal insult. But
I think we'll do better than inspiring and
Trash
then
talk.
talk smack at the same. Inspire.
the advantage your inspiration
Oh,
does is
excuse me.
that people
Can
can
anybody hear
transfer
me?
it into damage.
Everybody's froze up.
We
You
can
froze
hear
up,
ya.
but we can still hear you.
I thought I would inspire Jasper.
Okay.
Come on. Hello.
We can
We
see
can hear you.
Crap.
Can you
We can
hear us?
Hey, there you go.
Oh, we could hear you, but you
Yeah.
couldn't hear us. But
I
you were
could-
frozen.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
inspired.
We're good.
Thank you.
Right. I thought I'd rather throw inspiration towards Jasper and then continue with my action, which would be, no, wait a minute. I'm going to continue my same move, which is to distract him with my rat tail and attempt to grapple him. So that's going to at least keep him dancing.
So roll the hit.
Yeah.
Come on, Hargis.
I'm going for the nads,
Get him.
and I rolled a 2. Oh,
Is
so 4.
Man.
Oh, Jasper.
Yeah.
I'm more informed
That
tonight.
that bolt that you did, the radiant,
Uh-huh.
was that your first attack on him?
It was, well, I did the bonus action for the ongoing one, and then, I mean, it wasn't the first
Yeah, because
attack,
you
but-
attempted the spiritual weapon that missed, and then you did the guy named Bold, and that one hit.
Correct.
You're no longer feared.
Oh.
You have hit him once.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. I feel better now.
Think that clockwork amulet for you.
Yeah, no joke. That was a great use.
He does bleed. He's not a god.
Well,
If it bleeds, it dies.
Sorry, Hargus.
that's all right. Can I attempt to throw inspiration, though? Because I didn't hit. There's no point in me. I
Using
know I
bonus
can't
action,
grapple.
yeah.
I can go ahead and do the bonus action of throwing
Yes.
inspiration.
Inspire.
You can.
That's what I do.
Okay, so you attempt to grapple again. He knocks it off, and then
Yeah, he's just defending too well. You know that you couldn't get that double leg.
I'm just dancing around him and talking smack. He has to keep turning to keep me in front.
right.
We're all acting as our class should, so this is great.
Yeah. Okay, Jasper, it's back up to you. You have an inspiration back on you.
Hey, I just dropped it too. There it is. Okay, first one, we're gonna go for my little...
Oh, that means you rolled it. What did you roll?
I actually didn't look. All
It's
right.
like in chess with you let go of the
Yeah,
piece.
hand off the chess piece. All right, the metal ball continues to sprawling. Let's see if it can hit for once. Hey, it does. 19 to hit.
Okay, hope for the damage.
So 6 plus. So that's going to be 10 points of. Oh no, I'm sorry. 9 points of radiant damage from that, bludgeoning him, and then I'll just I'll pop him with another glitter bomb. Since Dakren punched the glitter off him, we'll see if we can get him one more time. Oh yeah, 19 to hit on that one. So another glitter punch. Or glitter bomb arrow to the chest. Ooh, a lot of ones there. Only 6, 8, 10 more points of radiant. Glitter bomb.
Okay. 10 points.
Yep.
Understood. So he takes these 2 hits again, and he's like, ah, man. Cracks his shoulders. And then he's gonna grab Dakren's shoulder, but not like an aggressive manner. He just grabs it and kind of pivots around behind you, and then is going to present an opportunity attack for you, Dakren, as he goes for Jasper.
Well, I can't hear you, but it looks like you're pointing at me, and I'm gonna roll to.
Hargus would
Do I
get an
need to roll?
opportunity attack too.
Yeah.
Yeah, opportunity attack for you, Hargus, if you'd like.
Wisdom save is.
Okay.
That's a 15 for my attack.
So that
I'm gonna
hits.
continue the same strategy.
Yeah.
I'm going
So
to go for the nads and attempt to grapple.
Well, you wouldn't get
It
This
is
is
an
just an
opportunity
opportunity
attack.
attack. So.
it's an opportunity attack, so you can't do
Well,
the
I'm gonna
grapple
do it.
part of it.
I would do a straight.
I'll be right back.
Straightforward punch.
Okay. And
But
what
wait a
was the
minute.
hit?
I can use if I use no. I'll go ahead and do that. I missed 9, 10, 11.
9. Okay. So you miss again. This rat tail's not working out for you.
Okay, Hargus.
Well, can
Maybe
we
he's
also say
used to the rat
anything's
tail. He
working
knows
out for
how to
me?
deal with it.
He's seen a lot of rat
know.
tail. Yeah, he's seen a lot of rat tail.
So,
I'm sure he learned that in Italian temple. Him and his drunken god style.
Yeah. Wisdom save for him as he wades into my hornets once again.
he's going to use Indomitable for a 14 on save. Is that save?
No, it does not. Wait, hold on. It might. Hold on. I say no. It does actually. Yes, it does save.
Okay.
Yep. So half damage.
So half damage.
Instead of 14, 7.
7.
Yeah.
Understood. And now he's going to unleash his multiple attacks on you.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
24 to hit, Jasper.
Me, little old me. That will hit, yes.
21
Hit
to
him
hit.
for 6 damage, by the way.
That will also
And a
hit.
natural 20.
That will also hit.
So, with that, as he pivots around Austin, he takes the hit from Austin, but then uses that momentum to run up and knee Jasper in the face. And then as you get lifted up, he comes down with you with both fists, knocking you into the ground, and then kicks you back up onto the wall. So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the first attack, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the second attack, and you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage from the last
Good
attack.
one. So total of 24, huh?
Yeah, and then after that, beats his chest and roars, just like championship roar. And then you see some of his wounds start to heal a little bit
Yeah, good one.
as he does a second
All right.
win.
I made my first concentration check. I made my second concentration check. And I made my third concentration check. So.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can you imagine if he was using a weapon and armor against you
I'd
guys?
rather not.
Don't be afraid. I would already left the team.
Yeah.
Jasper's there kind of like... Just had the wind punched at him.
Let me shake your jets off my fist.
That is correct. Which one of those two wanted to use that guiding bolt advantage attack?
It's just the next attack, so it'll be...
Yeah,
Yep,
which
that
one
was
of them?
kind of simultaneous because he left.
They both
Oh.
made opportunity
Oh,
attacks.
bummer.
So
Yeah.
which of you wanted that one to happen?
I guess me.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So,
in case
then
it's...
So I
follow
can,
normal.
I can roll again, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to see if you get a crit.
Hey, it is a crit. It is a crit.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Instead,
so that was 6 plus a max die, which is 8. So
Well, just give me the new
14
number.
damage instead of 6.
So
14
it's
damage
14
instead of 6.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so an extra 8 damage. That's
Yes,
nice.
14.
That
Okay.
it's fun when an advantage turns a hit into a crit.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
was. I'm glad we
That was a good
rolled.
one. Yeah, good thinking.
Okay. That's his turn. Dakren, it's your turn.
Okay. I look back and I'm just like, hey, quit picking on the little guy. This is a brawl. This is us fighters that are with this. I'm gonna cast Hex on him, and so he's gonna have disadvantage on strength checks. And then I'm going to run up and try to grapple him, and he will have
Okay.
disadvantage on this unless he tries to use acrobatics. A disadvantage is athletics check.
Oh, I hate when I click on the athletics, but not
Not
the dice
great,
part,
but my
and
athletics is good.
it hyperlinks me to the athletics
Oh.
part of the. So what did you get on your athletics?
16.
Success. He, with disadvantage, he rolled lower than that.
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah, my eyes just go, pew, and then little runes appear in his back that only I can see, and his muscles sag a little bit. I'm just gonna grab and just pull him away from Jasper as far as I can. So probably like 10 or 15 feet or something like that, because I think it's half speed
so
when you're
5.
grappling. But
It
Judo
was about
pro.
10 feet. Because 5 feet
Okay,
forward
so
to
yeah,
grab
I'll just-
him, and then that's how you got the opportunity.
so yeah, I'll just kind of I'll pull him like 8 feet and then just like push him to the side a little bit.
So he's 10
So
feet
like
away.
hands
from you
off
now.
the little guy. Okay.
Okay.
And those are both my actions, so that's it.
Okay. With that, Hargis, it's your turn. He is currently grappled.
Oh.
By me.
In that case, the kicking starting. Yeah, have some kicking. 12, 14.
14 hits.
Oh, sweet. I don't know what a foot does, but I get to add a D4 to it.
Foot isn't. Oh yeah, no, as a tavern
I got a
brawler.
boot on.
Yeah, you get a D4.
You just gotta.
So normally,
heavy
like
boot.
with him,
One.
he doesn't have tavern brawler, so it's just his strength plus 1.
Right.
For you, it's your strength plus the D4.
Are you sure it's not a finesse weapon? It is my
Not a finesse weapon. You are not a monk.
I'm thinking it would.
If you multi-class as a monk, I would allow it, but you're not a monk.
No, it's just fun to argue it.
Yes, and that is my ruling.
I think Hargus would argue that
No.
both his hands are
That,
finesse.
That's true. That's what the ladies say. All right.
Only against ladies, not against men.
Hey, if you can cut a rug, that's all finesse.
All right,
Anyway,
did you roll your
I'll
attack,
throw,
Hargus?
I did 2 points of damage,
Hey.
or whatever a kick does plus 2. So what do you roll for a kick? Probably a D4. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you get the D4.
Bludgeon.
An arm.
So
D4 strength.
my boot did 1. My extra finesse did 2. So 3 altogether. No,
So
one's
3
bludgeon and the other's like real damage. So
Okay.
gotta argue those 3 points.
Oh, just so you know, any bonus damages that apply, like sneak attack, for example, applies in the damage type that you deal it in.
Okay.
Real damage
So
isn't
3 points.
quite a thing anymore.
Oh, okay.
3 points, understood. Okay,
See, I can read this all day, but until I actually apply it, it
Yeah.
just doesn't stick.
you're getting used to it. I mean, I knew what you meant by real damage, so. Oldie
Oh.
here. Okay, with that, Jasper, it's back up to your turn. As you've had this behemoth of a man just rail into you, which, by the way, would have ended the fear effect.
Oh, that's funny.
Whether if he hits you or if you hit him, it ends the fear
Oh,
effect.
really?
But until then, you're
Interesting.
feared
Interesting.
because it kind of knocks you.
Why would
back
it
up.
end if he hits? Oh, thought it would make him more afraid.
Yeah.
So,
It's just the nature of that fear thing.
That's interesting.
Because the biggest thing that grants him is that it gives you disadvantage on your initiative, so he can go first.
Gotcha. Breathing painfully, Jasper.
Also, it makes it so when there's multiple people, he's less likely to get hit from the first.
Right. Jasper wants a little power up, so he's gonna have a chug of a little elixir that he made up, just like trying to get his pipes working again, just for a little bit of healing, for 1d8 plus 3. Ooh.
You're gonna use a healing potion during this.
This is one of his
right.
his home brews. Yeah,
Yeah.
his little home brews.
This is one of those.
Yeah. So plus
You're a nasty
healing
sludge.
If I had it to do over, I would have attempted to grapple him too, and he could have got an arm, and I could have got a leg,
Yeah.
You,
and then
you
we would have
could.
yelled for.
Actually, no. I think you have to have the
Corn.
grappler feet to turn it into a restrained. But yeah,
And then
No, I could. I just
could
the
attempt to
image
shove
of
him
us
prone.
both holding on to him and then yelling for Jasper to kick him.
yeah.
you could attempt
What I
to
really
like
need.
knock him prone by tripping him or something, which then he'll be
I
prone.
can hold
while
it down.
grappling.
Next time.
my my autonomous little spring punching ball got a natural 1 on its attempt to hit him, so
As it attempts to hit
it misses.
him,
Yeah.
Oh no.
roll again.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Natural 2. What?
Okay, it goes to swing at him, and then it's going to miss, and in the last second, Dakren dodges as well as he just goes to go for his face too.
Sorry, Dakren. Sorry. Really took the breath out of me. Apologize.
Normally that natural 1 wouldn't mean anything, but him being grappled, I'm like, yeah, they're in the same space basically.
That's why I mentioned it.
Makes sense.
That's why I mentioned it.
Okay, with that, you still have your bonus action, right?
That was my bonus action.
Your bonus action was that.
My action was
what?
Was drinking my little healing elixir.
Okay.
Healing
then
brews.
it's his turn. He's going to headbutt back and then elbow twice into you. There, Dakren.
Also his wisdom save for the hornets.
Yeah, will do. 28 to hit with the headbutt.
It's
15 to hit with the elbow. 13 to hit with the other elbow.
Hit.
So that's 6, 12, 18 damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think a tooth's loose.
Okay, with that.
I think a rib is loose. How's his wisdom
By the way, are any of you at 1 HP?
I haven't got hit yet.
Okay. Let me know when you get to 1 HP.
Oh, I'm a little bruised.
Okay.
I'm limping.
When we get to 1 HP, we manifest these little fire beads that come popping out of our noses, and we burst into flame.
Oh.
He punches explosive fire beads out of our tummies. That's what happened with the Duergar.
His disguise falls off, and he's a Duergar, and we all are like, yeah. All right, is it my turn?
What was his wisdom save? Sorry.
Oh yeah, the wisdom save.
Yeah. Ah, not the beast!
He's going to use
Not the
Indomitable
beast!
again.
Ah!
Not the beast.
That's a 13, so it fails.
Nice.
Damn.
Awesome. So 16 points of stinging damage.
Understood.
My good little hornets. Oh, I love them so much. They really do the lion's share of the work here.
Okay. With that, Dakren, it is your turn after his. So you still haven't grappled.
All right, I'm just gonna try and just body slam the large them prone.
So you can make a athletics.
He still has disadvantage on strength checks. Oh wait, no, I need to make 3 concentration checks first.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 10 DC each time. All right, so nope, I lose it on my first one. Hex is gone.
Oh no.
Okay.
Then
Then
which in that case it might change my. No, I'm gonna shove him prone anyway.
Okay.
Should do another hex. It's pretty strong. I'm strong too, though. I'll just okay. So yeah, we'll just shove him prone. I rolled. Ooh, very high. 26.
you put all of your strength into it and realize you've lifted your own feet off the ground as he rolled a 29.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang it. And I keep forgetting to use my... Well, I didn't think I needed my inspiration there, but oh well.
I mean, he rolled a natural
all right,
20 if that makes you feel better.
Well, I mean, yeah. I rolled a natural 18, so... Oh well. All right, well, that's my turn then.
Okay. As you flex and he flexes, it's just two really manly men flexing, and you get lifted up a little bit.
Jasper's impressed. Really.
Okay, with that, Hargis, it's your turn.
Ooh. Okay. Are they on the ground or are they standing up?
They're standing.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to...
trying to knock him to the ground.
I'm going to attempt to use the towel one more time, and then I'm going for that leg.
Okay. So making an attack. Are you attempting to grapple him as well? To make a second grapple?
I'm going to grab his leg. Yeah.
Okay.
Separate grapple.
Okay.
If you can call wrapping his leg up a grapple.
Yeah, it would be. So you make an attack.
I'm going to just say... I'm just going to say, Hargis, knock him down. Knock him down, Hargis.
12.
12 hits. It's a glancing blow.
My attack to attempt to knock him down is a 12.
Okay, so you hit him.
Oh, so you're making an athletics against him. Oh,
No,
so
I'm my attack.
Yeah, so the attack
So-
hit. So
yeah.
now as the bonus action, you get to try and tackle him.
yeah.
Right.
So
So
if
you
you make
do
the
hit.
attack, roll a d4 plus your strength.
For the damage.
No, it's you're proficient with the weapon, right? So,
Right.
yeah. I'll say that a towel rat tail as a finesse weapon. It's a whip, basically.
Not much.
So-
Although I could use it for choking, I'm not real. I
But
don't
that would
like
be strength if
disliking
you're
that
trying
much.
to use it for choking. But
Yeah.
you're rat tailing him and trying to like wrap his leg up. That's finesse.
And in all reality, getting hit with a good rat tail is at least a D4 of damage, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
Thank you, my advocate.
so it's a D4 plus your dexterity mod. What's the damage?
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because you make an attack.
10 damage.
You have a +6 to your dex mod?
I have a +4. Maybe I did it wrong.
So a
Sorry.
D4 plus 4. So
8 total?
Oh, 6 points of damage. Sorry.
6 points of damage.
6
Okay,
points
so
of damage. Yeah.
6 points. It's glancing blow, so it's halved. So it's 3 points of damage from that. You can now make a bonus action to grapple his leg.
And what do I need to do roll to grapple?
You will make an athletics check.
Ooh, that's not good. It is good. 19. And I have no... +1. 20.
Oh, really? You rolled 19 and you got a +1.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10 and got a 19.
Whoa.
Oh!
Yeah.
So barely you whip it, and he tries to pull his leg back, but him pulling his leg back from it causes it to catch, and you
And
have
just let me lock
successfully
it in.
grappled his leg. He now has 2 grapples on him.
Okay!
So even if he
Here's
breaks
what I
one,
start yelling.
he has to deal with the other. That does mean, though, you have to stay within 5 feet of him the whole time because you have grappled him.
Yes.
It also
is
means
it.
that you can't attack with your rat tail anymore because that is the method of which you've grappled him. So you have
My
to
only
use
goal
your
in this
offhand
fight
to
is
do
to
something.
subdue this leg so somebody else can better get him.
So Dakren could break his
Jasper,
grapple now
Jasper,
that you've
you're
grappled
thinking.
him and attempt to push him prone or do something more.
Yeah.
I'm just screaming at the top of my
Get
lungs
him,
for somebody
Jasper.
to get him.
Jasper's
Get him,
turn.
So they both have got him by a leg and by the torso,
Nice
right?
cheering. That is a good cheer spot.
That's funny.
He's dragging that one leg with the bard on it.
All right, we'll
6 sticks of anchor there.
we'll go for the spring-loaded ball. We'll see if it manages. Oh, there we go. 21 to hit.
21 hits, for sure.
9 points of radiant damage.
Tell
As
us the fuel's not bad for a fight.
Smacks into him.
9 points of radiant damage, you
Yep,
said?
and
Isn't that force damage?
I think you might be right. Yes, it's force damage. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
force.
which makes a lot more sense because it is
Yeah.
a forceful weapon. And I guess I'll just pull out one more glitter bomb and take another shot at it.
Glitter bomb.
Do I have advantage if he's grappled like that and like held up?
No.
Okay.
Grapple just reduces his speed to 0.
Okay. So that's another.
If he
21.
gets knocked prone, then you might have he'll have disadvantage and people can have advantage on
Gotcha.
him. Minus ranged attacks.
Gotcha. So that's another
I'm worried I'm
21
gonna
to
start getting
hit.
hit if it goes prone.
And
It's about to get old of me.
this arrow's a little bit bigger. It's a little more glittery, just a little more glommed on glitter bomb. So
So
it's
a
5.
little higher level.
Yeah, it's 5 d6.
Yeah, but that appeals to
15.
my sense of rhyme. Glomdom glitter bomb.
Glomdom?
That works.
17 points of radiant.
17 points. Nice. Okay.
Just a big old bursts into glitter. You guys look fabulous.
I'm probably here
Now
in
you're
Metallica
all,
right now.
now you're all
Glomdom glitter
sweaty
bomb.
and covered in glitter and
Where every Twilight girl's dream. Okay.
Glomdom glitter
and so yeah, that's
bomb.
it for Jasper.
Okay. It's his turn again. He's looking at this situation. And he's like, man, all right. And he's going to headbutt back, elbow into Dakren again. And then he's going to do it again with his action surge.
Ooh, 9.
Oh, no.
What about his wisdom save, too?
Oh, that's a 12 to hit, so glancing blow on the first one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
7. Miss.
How much damage is the first one, then?
3.
Okay.
22.
Hit.
Oh, gosh. Because of the other grapple, he's not doing well on this. And a 17, so he only hits you 3 times out of the 6 attacks.
That's good.
So
17?
Good.
17 to hit on the last one.
Okay, on that one, I'm going to use my inspiration die to add that to my AC. I rolled an 8. So that reduces... So that makes my AC 20 for that turn, so that one misses.
2 out of 6.
Can't you do that at the beginning of your turn? For all of them?
I think it's just when you get... I don't know. I don't know how long it lasts. Let me check.
Whether it's
Has
for
he
one
used
attack.
magical abilities during all this?
Yeah, it's your
I still think
Valor
a 22
Inspiration.
still would have... A 20 still would have hit, though.
Yeah, but the other 2 would have missed.
When an attack roll is made against a creature, it can use its reaction to roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against that attack.
Okay, so it's just the
That
one.
makes more sense. That'd be
Yeah.
really powerful if
Yeah.
it lasted
So
the
that's
whole round.
you've taken 9 points of bludgeoning damage from him on this round.
Okay. I've got these huge, like, purple bruises on my face, and, like, blood is gushing freely out of my nose. I'm just like, I can do this all day. But I really can't.
I'm sheer
I really
curiosity,
can't.
Austin. How low are you? Because he's gonna continue this.
I have 4 hit points left.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Out of 49.
Oh,
With the aid, I have 49 hit
Man.
points, and now I'm down to 4.
Man, that aid save and bank there because he would have been able to use that action
Oh,
surge on someone else.
oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, that would have been bad.
Okay.
His wisdom save?
That's wisdom save. Understood. 18.
Nuts.
So
So instead of 19 points of damage, he's only going to take 9 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. With that, Dakren, it's your turn.
Bonus action. Huh?
Sorry, no, you.
What'd you say?
That was me hiccuping.
Bonus. Oh. Bonus action, make my cloak billow, and I'm going to take the dodge action for this turn.
While grappling him.
So I'm just...
Okay. Smart
Just
move.
putting your head behind his head.
I'm just like, get him, Jasper! Get him, Jasper! Get him, Hargus!
I'm trying.
And so I'm just getting ready. I'm getting ready for his headbutt and elbows again, because I know he's done that twice, so now I'm getting ready for it.
Telegraphing.
Bracing myself. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Any
that's my
bonus
turn.
action? Oh, you billowed your cloak, right.
Very important.
Yeah, so I just gotta look at the crowd, and my cloak just...
Okay. Noted. I'm gonna make note of that. Okay. Hargus, your turn.
Okay, I got a timeout. Has he used any magical spells and anything outside of his own personal abilities? Because I want
No.
to throw a spell, but I'm not going to throw a spell if it's not in fairness.
He seems to be physically prowless. He doesn't seem to have any magical abilities. At least he hasn't shown any.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cure wounds on Jasper.
No.
Not Jasper.
Counter
sorry,
spell. I'm joking.
Akron.
Good call.
Because I'm there
right.
grappling, I'm probably already in contact with
Yeah,
him.
you're right. Mhm.
So I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on him. And on the top of my head, I don't remember what it does.
1d8.
1d8 plus your charisma bonus.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
If I can find a D8. I didn't sort my dice tonight. Sorry. I'm surprised at myself. Okay, 5 plus 4.
Oh,
9.
nice. 9 points of healing.
Very
9 points of
nice.
healing.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How's he looking?
My tooth grows back.
You're looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
Got your smile.
He hasn't got any new scars or anything other than a couple blisters from your wasp.
Yeah. He's like, at this point, he's just all stung up.
It's got stings all over.
They're glowing
Yeah.
too. They're like if you put that Carmex cream on
glistening.
like a cold
Yeah.
sore.
Covered in.
As what is that comedian's name? I can't remember where he says as
Rolling
I
over
like to
your
call
eyes,
it
man.
cold sore highlighter. It's like I don't know if it fixes them, but it definitely makes them more noticeable and more shiny.
I know he's like John Hederson.
Yeah,
something like that.
he died in a plane crash, which was unfortunate.
Oh,
But
he's a fun guy. All right.
or was it overdose? I don't remember which. He was
He was
a fun guy.
overdose.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
okay.
one of my favorites. I think he was
Yeah.
one of those.
Okay.
I'll
He
slave that.
did all the like.
Anyways,
indirect.
Well.
So, other than those blisters and stuff that way, that was Hargus's turn, right? So
Yes.
we're back to Jasper.
All right. Well, since he hasn't been attacked yet, I get to use my own advantage. So I'm going to draw another large glitter bomb arrow and fire away. And we'll see if we can fish for a crit here. Nah. 18 to hit, but no crit.
18 to
That's
hit.
okay. That's okay. Jasper's hitting for once. He's happy. Although he does feel bad about beating this guy up a little bit. But
Just unloading all of his stuff.
That cure wounds is 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't remember mentioning that.
yeah,
Oh, did you
So-
not give him the +3?
I didn't give you the plus 3, so you get the plus 3 in addition to that.
you said it was 9 points
So
of
what
healing,
would-
so
What's the +3 from?
Oh, plus your. Never mind. That was
Okay,
my.
I think you got it.
Yeah, it's
Modifier.
+4, and I added that.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you got
yep,
it.
we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that this big old glitter bomb hits him right in the solar plexus there. Hopefully takes a little wind out of him too. For 9, 13, 18, 19 points of damage.
Okay. I'm looking pretty rough now.
And
He's looking pretty rough, but I mean, he's glittering and like shiny all over the place, so he's pretty
looking
radiant.
fabulously
Just
rough.
radiantly rough.
All right, and
He's looking like the type of
Looks like you had a
where
good night out.
my mind goes to to those fights where it's like the guys are all super beat up, but they look glistening like immaculate in a way.
Oh,
yeah, you guys look fabulous. And then the gear ball
The
is.
thing he was
Yeah,
drunk.
the spring ball is going to spring out and try and pop him in the chin one more time here. 17 to hit.
Hits.
So, 10 points.
I'm also bracing myself to dodge that
points.
thing.
Yeah. 10 points of force damage as it
Whoa!
hits him in the chin.
Okay. Yeah, he's got to go for broke here. He's gonna make the attack.
I whisper in his ear, "Say, uncle."
Say uncle.
Wisdom
With disadvantage, you said,
wisdom
right?
save at the top of his turn.
Yep, all of his attacks.
14 to hit on the first one
Well,
with disadvantage.
let's see if
Well,
let's
crap.
see if he's conscious for this attack.
So
Yeah, wisdom save first because it's start of his turn for the
he
bees.
will be.
Oh shoot, he's still going, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he will be. 9 total. So
9,
fail
awesome.
roll for the damage,
All right.
but knocks back into you,
Max
Austin.
damage. Max damage.
He's got you, and you brace yourself for the disadvantage. And what he does is he actually leaps and tumbles forward, and basically drops you headfirst into the ground, knocking you unconscious, and then gets back up.
Oh,
Wait a
I'm not
minute.
unconscious.
He
The
has to
6
take
hit
me
points.
off first.
Oh wait, you got
He
healed.
got healed, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he
sorry,
has
I
to
thought he
take
healed
damage.
Jasper. I heard
No,
that
no,
wrong.
yeah.
Okay, never mind. So that's the
He-
first hit. So 6 points of damage.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the first
good.
hit.
I'm good.
You still
Second
can't take
attack
me
with
around like a
disadvantage,
toddler
right?
on me.
Oh. Yep, all the attacks with disadvantage because I'm a
17 to
dodge.
hit.
This isn't doing anything
Oh,
for me.
come on.
So another 6
I'm
points
still
of
up.
damage.
I'm at 1 hit
Oh
point.
man, 1 hit point. Oh wait,
23 to hit with disadvantage.
Well, wait. You said to tell him. You said to tell us when he's at 1 hit point.
He rolled a natural 20
Yeah.
2 times. You're kind of lucky.
Holy crap.
You said to tell us.
Yeah, I'm at 1 hit point though. Do you need to know when I was at 1 hit point?
Oh, if you're at 1 hit point, you can choose to bow out at that moment rather than take another lingering injury.
Okay. Yeah, my eyes
So
are burned already.
You can
I don't
basically
wanna...
tap him on the shoulders, fall backwards, kind of a thing.
Okay, so yeah, I'm dodging as best as I can, but he still hits me twice, and he's just like, oh, and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing it, uncle, and I just like kind of collapse and just.
Okay. As you collapse behind him, he kind of turns, leaves you, turns and takes the hit onto Hargis. So that's actually a natural 20 on Hargis then. So 12 points of damage on him.
I'm glad I got to 1 hit point. I mean, he could have just done
that's
one
not
more damage.
So 6 damage to you. As you go to 1 damage, some 2 people with a stretcher run out into the arena really quick and just grab you and kind of lift you onto it and then start dragging you out.
Eyes swollen shut.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they grab you and they basically bring you out the arena really quick.
They hold a candle up to my eye and like see if my pupil are dilated. I'm like, oh, that's hot.
Wax.
Slapping you out a bit on the cheek. Some of the wax like drips and touches your cheek.
Oh, you're making it worse. I'm fine.
1 hit point of fire damage.
That was.
And I'm unconscious.
The wax knocks out.
Another burn damage lingering in the
That's funny.
Now I'm completely blind.
Hot wax in the eye. Oh. Anyways,
as they start to take me off to like a healing room or a side table or whatever, I'm like, no, I want to watch. Just put me right here. I just want to watch.
They stop and
I'm just watching.
They kind of prop you up like shoulders and like sitting at the table while they're kind of tending to your wounds a little bit with whatever medicine box that they have on hand. And then they also put like just some ale in front of you, or they're like ale of wine, and you're like, what?
I pour it on my wounds.
Okay.
He gets 12 points of radiant damage from the hornets too on his turn.
Okay. Take that. Okay, so Hargis got hit by that.
What did I take?
That was his turn. So Dakren's turn. Dakren, if you want to say anything to the ground. Hargis, your turn. You still have him grappled.
What damage did I take?
Oh, you took 6 points of damage. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that. Okay.
I thought it was a crit. That one wasn't the crit. The first roll was a crit, and the second roll was a crit.
Okay. There's only one thing to do here.
There.
I'm enlarging myself and attempting to throw him when I'm at max height.
So you want to cast enlarge on yourself?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Okay. So you can do that, but that's your action.
That's awesome.
You have to throw him on your next turn.
But keep in mind, it's a verbal spell.
Yeah.
So all I have to do is invoke it. Basically,
It's still
Yeah.
That's your
I'm
action.
just saying I
You
still
still have
have
to
a hold
grapple
of
him,
him.
maintain
So
the ground.
Oh yeah.
wherever he
So
is,
you're not,
he's
you're
going
not
to
running
be
into an issue with.
high.
What is your command word for growing in size, Hargis? I feel like Hargis needs a really good
I don't
power
wanna know.
word for his
It's a
growth.
sweet little ditty
Yeah.
I know about a farmer.
Little
And his
ditty
wife.
about a
Farmer going to market with his wife.
Yeah.
Tell you about my invisible bull.
Largus.
Largest. That's a good one. I like that one.
Largest.
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 That's a good one. All right, so
Yeah. So Hargis just suddenly grows in size.
whoa. All right. I guess I'll use my own inspiration again to shoot another glitter bomb at him. These glitter bombs are.
How many of those do you have left? You've shot 3, and then you shot 2.
Yeah.
And then you shot, and this is your last one, right?
After I shoot this one, it's my last one.
And then you have 1 left.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you used a mechanical weapon. So
I'm marking them off as I go. So, but yeah, this is my last.
So this should be your last slot.
It is.
Overall, right?
Unless
Because with your wasp and your mechanical bouncy toy, this should be the last one.
This is the last one. So it's a big one. It's a big one.
And then it's just mini bomb.
Yep. It looks like the glitteriest one yet. So we'll see.
Roll
Hopefully we get a crit out of it here. No.
That'd be the best.
No, just a 12 to hit, so it's only half damage, I think.
Glancing. Yep. Glancing half damage.
Nuts. But it's gonna be 6d6. So
6d6? Oh, is this your
max level.
Okay.
I saved those for last, so
wait.
He pulls up an arrow that says the big one.
I've got two max levels.
You can't.
I've got 2 max levels.
How? You have 1 third level, right? And then 3.
2 third level.
You have 2 third levels. Okay, that makes sense.
I used 1 right at the beginning, and then
3 and 4.
This is the last one. So 9, 14, 15.
And you only used 1 of your runes, right?
Yeah.
1 tier.
So that's 19. So I guess another 9, unfortunately.
So 9. Okay.
But the glitter bomb hits.
Hurry! I'm about to throw the horn.
I know.
Glancing.
And that will get. Then I'll bonus action with my mechanical ball, which gets advantage because of the glitter bomb. Natural 20. Yeah. There's the natural 20.
Yes.
Oh wow. So max damage roll with 1, and then just roll, and then
12, 15 points of force damage.
Oh, you know what comes to mind? A champion feed in your face with
Argus, you said you wanted to attempt to throw him, right?
Yeah. That's what his plan was.
So make your check. And remember, you have advantage because you're enlarged, right?
Are you rolling to throw him, Argus?
I'm sorry, what?
Your turn. You were attempting to throw him as...
Yeah, I have him already. So basically, I'm going to squat up from the floor and attempt to throw him. Okay. Or depending on... See, this is
you got to suplex him.
Well, here's the thing. It's his reaction. If he tries to escape, I'm going to throw him. If I can keep a hold of him, I'm going to just power drive him with the suplex.
So one's an attack. One's an attempted attack. One's you just throwing him into the air, which is which is kind of a shove action.
I'd be better with an attack. That's the improvised attack, and that is in my skill set.
So you attempt to suplex him. Okay, go for it.
$12, but 14.
Hey.
So, as the crowd is watching, this is what happens.
You're reversing on me and put me in a choke.
As you get dragged out and you say, I want to watch. As you're being dragged out, Hargus goes to Largus. Gets huge, grabs him, and starts to rear back to suplex him as this guiding bolt kind of barely grazes and hits across his shins. And then comes back, and right as he's about to finish the pile drive, the little bouncy mechanical ball just bounces down and clocks him into the head as he's being brought down.
Nice.
And so it's just like
false multiplier.
like a bobblehead kind of a hit, and then he gets pile drived in the ground, and he goes limp onto the ground face first as you let go. As he was actually finished off in the natural 20 of the other, but I wanted you to
nice, a good
have
combo.
a suplex moment with him, because that makes sense of why the glancing blow happened. And the crit
That was a good
happened.
suplex.
So.
That was some finesse.
And with that, you guys win that
I'm gonna
fight.
hop up like it didn't hurt, and do the skinny old man.
Yeah.
As he's huge, and everybody's like, ah, "That's right, Lance. You can't win them all.
By the
That's
way,
what you get for your
I do have
hubris."
that moving around.
You can tell he's a crowd favorite, but there's plenty of people that have lost tons of bets betting against him. So they're
Somebody
finally
got very
happy to
rich
see him
tonight,
go
is what
down.
you're really saying. Somebody made bank.
Maybe.
I'll run over and make sure he's not
I wonder if he made
like
bank.
choking on his own broken teeth or something, because Jasper feels bad.
Well, the second you do, a bunch of them have come out and they start tending to his wounds. They're wrapping up his bandit with bandages and stuff like that. If you want to cast some healing magic on him, you can.
Wait a minute, I got my
He's
mug
unconscious at the moment.
on my belt. My bug's on my belt. There you go.
Your what?
Cricket.
My mug's on my belt.
Oh, the mug. That's right.
Oh, that you do the healing potion out of? So you just put that in, you tip him back, and people are like, "What are you giving him alcohol for? He's unconscious." And you start
He's
pour it on his face.
So roll a normal healing potion, 2d4 for me, and then +2.
Jasper will walk over and pick up his mechanical ball and, start pushing the springs back inside of it and, clamping it down, getting it ready for next time. Just all right.
8 altogether.
8.
Wiping off the blood.
Okay. As he kind of coughs it up and wakes up and he's getting wrapped up, he's just grinning from ear to ear. He's like, I needed that. That sobered me right up.
But if you need a rest, you can lay there, or here you go. And I give him the warrior's thumb.
He kind of grasps your hand and he gets pulled up to his
Pull
feet.
him up.
Cracks his neck. He's like, "Oh, it's been a while since I've had a good fight."
Yeah, I got this bump right here.
Yeah, sorry about that. He kind of gestures over to you, Dakren. He's like, I've been frustrated lately. I've been kind of going out of my way to make it harder for me and stuff.
While we're talking, I'm just gonna lay it.
Nobody gives me a good challenge anymore, and you guys did more than enough with that. You guys, you're pretty good at this, and seeing as how you got roughed up that way, looks like I might have a good time on this barge. And I know me and Harmon go back a bit of history. I think I'll take him up on his offer. Let him know that he can come and contact me whenever, and I'll be good to go. I'll just let the patrons know around here if they need me. I'm on leave, so if they need a special arrangement, they'll have to contact him.
Actually, one more side perk for the whole venture is you'll get to meet Newt. I don't know if you've ever hung out with a dragon before, but Newt is a delight.
Oh yeah, I've hung out with Newt, and I know his dad. His dad's here in the town hall just here.
You know the big dragon, the giant, great, large dragon.
Well, I've been here for a few years. I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but kind of made a name for myself. Who doesn't want to fight a dragon for a challenge? So
the dragon?
I did.
How did?
It was a good battle.
How'd it go?
This guy.
Oh, it wasn't good.
Did you win?
And that's all he says.
all right.
And,
Oh,
Just so you know, Dakren, I was going to enlarge you.
Next time.
Next
time. Do you guys want to go meet a dragon? Can we go meet a dragon?
Hey, Mama.
Do you want to meet a dragon?
I'd
like to meet a dragon.
Yeah, his
dragons are cool.
Let me look this up. So yeah, his dad, Foyradun, the Forge's friend, he's the one that lives here in the town. Newt's, I can't remember if he's his dad or his uncle, but I'm pretty sure that's his dad, from what I remember. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of all the friendly folk, but seems to be down lately, ladies, right? But
Ladies? What about ladies?
you'll have to talk to him
Okay.
more. He's such a playwright, you could say.
The dragon?
He's
The dragon's a playwright.
he's a romantic, you could say.
Right.
But
Sounds
anyways,
like your kind of dragon.
if you want to talk to him, he's usually around the inside the town hall when you can catch him. Otherwise, he's moping about the mountainside, doing his normal patrols and stuff that way. But Newt Goodfellow, young, brash and brass, and he, he's maybe too early to be trusted with patrolling the caverns, but they need to give him some job, and the mountain passes are still used and still rated upon. So Foyradoon's got to see to his work, but he hasn't been doing too well lately with his stuff because I don't want to get into it. You'll have to talk to him. It's all kind of an affair thing that I don't want to deal with. So yeah, let Harmon know. I think I could use a good change of pace.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be nice to visit some of the other towns and places. So, yeah. Anyways, good seeing you. Don't forget to grab some of your winnings for you.
We won?
And he goes.
We won things.
Goes back and sit down. As the bartender comes up, he's like, as you challenged the champion, your participation fee was waived by him. So thus your winnings are. Here you go. And gives each of you 25 gold pieces.
All right. I appreciate that.
And then he's like, 25 gold pieces each. And then he gives you also 15 copper that you got from part of the commissions that were some people's wages on you. And then
15 copper.
Yeah. And then he also gives you he has a table prepared with a bunch of food prepared on it, which was part of the winnings that you guys got out of people betting around on you. So if you'd like to enjoy a fine meal, you can.
I could eat.
Dinner on the house. I like it.
Yeah. With drinks. And sitting at that same table is Lance, and it looks like he's ready to share stories with you guys. He ends up sharing you some of his tales of past championships, how he fought in the Coliseum in Hardale, fought in the Coliseum in Volkstad, and he's wanted to go to the Elven Nation and fight in a Coliseum there, but they don't have one that he knows of. And he's complained about that. He's like, you'd think a long-lived race like them would, want to rough and gruff it every once in a while and would, be more prone to such elaborate and refined taste. Anyways, he's just going off on that. But he shares some of his tales from the area. If you want to ask him some questions, feel free about the area and what he knows.
I listen to his stories for a little bit, and I'm usually interested in that sort of thing, but I have like a splitting headache, and so after a while I'm just like, hey, barkeep, do you got like a bath upstairs? I'd really like to just take a bath and rest for a few hours. I really got beaten back there.
Yeah, if you want to spend... let me look at lifestyles. Okay, 2 silver, and he can arrange a place for you to relax. They do have a kind of sauna hot pool for you to relax in, because the nature of this place, most of these places seem to have, like, what's a hot spring equivalent residing around, or a hot tub.
So amazing. I would glad pay you 2 silver for that.
Yeah. Would you also like a masseuse or anybody to assist you?
Do you happen to have any elven masseuses?
He kind of looks at you, being a dwarf, which I'd rather describe. He looks at you for a moment. He's like, I can arrange for one, potentially. Let me see if we have any on staff at the moment.
You know what I say?
Female.
Legs,
If-
sweet like tea.
Otherwise, don't worry about it.
Jasper's
He comes
Jasper's
back.
shaking
He
his
eventually
head.
comes back. He's like, "I'm sorry, we don't seem to have any female staff members at the moment that are elven that are in tonight. They've left. I do apologize. If
Don't
there's
worry
anything
about
else,
Where'd they go right there? Why are they ducking their head?
No, the Beth just.
we do
that
have some
sounds just
fine
thank
dwarven female masseuses if you'd be interested. He
Oh.
kind of twiddles his
Yeah.
beard.
Jasper's
They're
like, hey,
appreciative.
Dakren.
I kind of
They're
look over.
grateful.
I kind of look over at Argus. I'm like, I'm good. I
The
think.
beards are all full.
You don't-
Thanks.
Some
beards
trauma
are all
from the
silky
previous
smooth.
You
time.
don't want.
It's
Yeah.
like, all right, speak yourself. Not everybody can take the rough and
Right,
tumbling. Anyways,
You want a gal with some hand strength. You don't want a
That's why you
little
don't want that shave.
fainting elf.
I think I've
he's
I've
been
had
hand,
enough
he's
hand
been
strength
manhandled
right now,
enough
so
today.
I've had enough manhandling. I was hoping to get some
Dwarf handling.
elven woman handling.
I
So
need a dwarf
anyway,
with a
that's fine with
firm
me.
hand.
Could you direct me to the hot spring? Was that a
Yes.
bottle of hot sauce, Dustin?
Yes.
Are you
Don't ju-
serious?
Don't judge me in my habits.
What in the world? You just drank a swig of
I
hot
assumed it
sauce.
was V8 or something.
Unless you used it as a water bottle or something.
Needed a moment of clarity. I
Okay, show me
suppose.
the bottle. Are you kidding me? What in the world is
just
going
take
on?
little
You just
swigs?
drank some red hot sauce?
I may have gone through a bottle like that a couple years ago. I used to drink a lot of hot sauce. I don't as much anymore. It's not really healthy to. But most recently, I've kind of gone back to swigging.
You're
a
back
little.
on the sauce. Oh
Oh,
no!
no, no.
What in the world?
He really is back on the sauce.
Literally.
Dustin.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to. I'm just gonna square the. I'm just gonna
Don't
ask
judge me.
which way to the hot spring.
That makes me want to send you hot sauce.
You should talk to my family about my collection of hot sauces
Wow.
that I usually get during Christmas.
Odd.
But
All right.
from sweet to
Yeah.
anyways,
Could you
neither here nor there.
direct me to the which way is the
I'll
hot?
take the dwarf
Is it
did
like
that.
in
He drank some hot sauce and put it down.
the, okay? Yeah, and I just kind of watched. I'm like,
You want to forge his fire drink?
And then Oxnard.
Oh, my kuwaka.
I'm good. Anyway, which way is the hot spring? Is it in is it upstairs,
He's
basement,
like,
outside?
"Oh, and then one of the other waiters comes over and he's like, "Right this way, sir." And it's a male elf. It's like, "I'll lead you to your position." He's actually probably the only male elf that you've seen that's a waiter around here. And he leads you back, leads you to this kind of room that kind of offshoots, and you see it's several doors, and you see many people coming in and out, and some of them are wrapped in towels or otherwise. But it seems like this is kind of sauna room. It just has several individual places, and he leads you to one, hands you a key. He's like, "This will be your room for the time being. Let us know when you're done, or just leave your key at the
Thank you.
with the headwear."
Thank you very much.
And
And
so
I
Dakren has
will-
left you.
Oh,
By the way, this meal
hot water.
pretty hearty. It's where's my book?
Is it the Heroes Feast cookbook?
The cookbook. Yeah.
There was it's got dark molasses nut bread. You've got some hand pies, and you've got omelet golden brown, a roasted turkey with sausage stuffing and drippings.
With sophistry.
Oh my gosh, that's
Good.
like, oof.
Yeah, no, it's a
Rich
feast in front of you.
men's food.
You guys
Bet they don't have a
won,
turducken.
and people were really happy
Yeah,
that you finally dethroned Lance in his hubris.
It's that hubris.
So they all kind of chipped
It's that
in.
hubris that gets you.
Yeah. Also, as a side note, roll an
He
insight
does
check
put on a
each
good
of you.
show.
On
Do what?
Lance.
Yeah, on Lance.
7.
5.
Fine. Argus?
I didn't catch what the question was.
Insight. Roll an insight.
on Lance.
3.
We are not insightful. We're just eating. And
you guys don't know anything. You're just
That's
wondering.
what I'm saying. He does put on a good show.
Jasper's feeding bits of the nut bread to Bruce, the bat.
Who apparently got squished a little bit during one of the pummelings.
Sorry about that. Oh, man.
His armor's a little deformed.
Pop that out there. Got him on his finger trying to, fix it.
It's like one of those Snapple calf noises when you... Okay. But yeah. With that, you guys could spend a bit more time here. You can go back. You do have one night stay more inside the Diamond Inn. Why can I never read
Diamond
Hammer. Yeah.
All right.
Let's just do that.
Yeah, I think so.
I got gold to throw around.
Is it evening or is it still? What parts of the day is it? I forget. We're still midday, aren't we?
No, you're towards
we are.
evening.
Okay.
The sun has set at this towards this point.
Lance, can anyone just go walk in and meet the dragon, or do you have to set an appointment, or how does that work?
No, he has a lair, but typically because he loves interacting with people, he ends up staying at the town hall a bit. And it's the easiest exit from this area to go and patrol the mountain passes from here, crossways and stuff that way. There's a couple of towns to the south of here that are in the mountains themselves, so he typically patrols and rests from one area to the other. So if he's not at the town hall, he's probably resting at one of the other places. Depends if he encountered any trouble or stuff that way. He left earlier today, but he'll probably be back in the morning or the later evening tomorrow.
And so if he's there at the town hall, you can just mosey on in and...
Oh, he loves talking to people. Oh, no, but lately he's been kind of mopey,
right.
So.
Well, maybe if he's in tomorrow, we could go meet him. Hargus, what do you say? Would you like to meet a mopey romantic dragon?
Yeah, why not? Yes.
That'd be fun.
Well, of course I do. Who wasn't? I think I have to admit I have a fascination with dragons.
I mean, you've got the tattoo. You could show me your tattoos.
What bard doesn't have a fascination with dragons?
Right.
As a matter of fact, I think I'll go carouse and see if I can find any songs or lore about this particular dragon. What's his name? Anybody remember?
This guy is Balthazar.
Kind of a tongue twister.
Balkrazadon is the friend of the dwarves. He's who Newt referred to as his great-grandpa or something along those lines. He wasn't sure how many generations back that it goes, because Newt hasn't really paid attention to it.
Who's counting? But yeah. Balkrazadon.
Balkrazadon is the basically the guardian of the dwarves, as he's known. You have who Lance has introduced you to is Foyradun is his name. The Forge's friend, which is the brass dragon that you guys saw earlier that was much larger, who's supposedly Newt's uncle or father. He's not sure which. Lance isn't.
Gotcha, all right.
Well, if we're going to meet the dragon, I'm going to spend time studying whatever lore I can find. And, of course, carouse the bars and playing. As a matter of fact, as long as I'm a giant, the only thing I had on me was my harmonica. And I'm going to gather up all my tiny stuff and put it in my pouch, and then I'm going to go play my giant harmonica.
Okay. It lasts
Performance
how
check.
long? How does enlarge last for?
I don't know.
Because you
I
would have
can
had to
look
drop
it
it
up.
to eat at the table or leave the arena in general.
I'm probably already lost my size. I don't think it lasts that long.
Regular old Hargus. It's okay. We still love you.
It
But you
lasts
want
a
to
minute.
go and
A minute,
yeah, it's only a minute.
Oh, okay.
So you
Well,
could have played a
it's
little bit
long
while you're
enough.
in the arena and then walked out of it. But other than that, you would have to.
Yeah. It just
If you
occurred
want,
to
you can
me.
go join.
Maybe next time. I'll
Roll
have all
a
my
performance check for me, actually.
16 plus.
You
4,
know the
I
music
think.
that's been
6.
playing by the minstrels here. If you'd like, you can join them for a bit.
Sweet. That's what I'll do. If we hit it off, I'll just stay here.
Okay. So you go and you start picking up and you start playing along with them and enjoying the time with them, and they graciously accept you and start playing along with you.
Cool.
So you know the songs that they are tending to play here, known as the Dwarven Brody, and they know Short Footstep, which is more of a swing song. And then they just know normal general tunes. They take turns kind of playing just like individual things for people at different tables and stuff that way. Okay, but with that, are you guys going to purchase to stay here or return to the Diamond Hammer Inn?
I think.
Well, Dakren's already settled in here.
I think he's coming
So-
back.
You guys can go if you want. I'll just stay here for the night. If you guys want to go back and get a free night, I mean,
Sure.
you
Well,
know,
all
me
you-
Harmon
were you
will turn
thinking
up
of
there anyway, and you
purchasing-
can talk to him.
Were you thinking of purchasing an actual night here, Austin, or just the bath and stuff? It's a gold
Oh, I
piece
thought
to
that's
actually
what
stay
was
here.
the-
My apologies.
Yeah, I'll pay a gold piece. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a gold piece to
Yeah,
stay here.
I'll take that out.
It's a modest living environment for this one.
Okay, yeah, I will.
The Diamond Hammer
Spade.
is, I believe it's 10 or 15 gold pieces.
A night.
A night,
I
yeah.
see.
Yeah, and you had it paid
Right.
for, so. One.
Are you gonna try and stay?
We got it for the night. Let's
yeah,
do it.
I'll go back to the.
So you guys go your separate
I'm going to
ways.
stay for a while, and then I'll wander back
Okay,
that way.
I'll wait for you and
Okay.
wander back
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So feel free to take a long rest. Mark that up. With that, you guys have leveled up.
Whoa! Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's exciting.
Woo!
So we'll take a 15-minute break. If you want to take that time to level up and
Man.
do stuff that way, go to the bathroom, whatever. And we'll get right back into this and see what you guys do next. If you're going to go talk to... wrong page. I hate having so many different
Tabs.
Word documents open and not remembering which one's which. Fonwella. If you want to go talk to Fonwella after this in the Thunder's Forge Inn, then... well, I shouldn't say inn. It's the Thunder's Forge, which is actually a place of entertainment. But I can't think of the word for that at the moment. And
Brothel?
not like a brothel, more like
Okay.
do you guys know what the play mill is, or like entertainment places like that where people go and they watch either plays or shows or stuff like
Theater.
that, but they can also eat.
Oh, okay.
Could even be considered an arcade back
Dinner
then.
and a show.
And that.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
basically dinner and a show is what they do.
That's cool.
They do. People treat it like a bar because you can just go in, drink, and stuff between shows. But they do have their main thing is that they're an entertainment place. They do plays. They do different tellings of stories and stuff that way. Do you remember Fonwella was the one that married a bard who passed away?
Oh, right.
And she was nobility, so she had the whole swept off her feet.
That's
Time
right.
with-
That's right.
And he was a famous bard, so
Yeah, I figured you'd want to go visit that spot, Argus.
Yep.
Sounds like your sort of folk would be running around there.
Yeah, some lore bards. They're kind of snooty. But they'll let you sit in occasionally.
They think they're
as long as you're
they
quiet.
think they're better than the other bards because they focus on history,
they do.
so they know a bunch of like old formal songs, that sort of thing.
They spend too much time in each other's arses and in books, and so anybody that spends time among the people, they kind of snoot. But they can be helpful if you approach them right, like anybody else.
Fair enough.
So I'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Better put my good clothes on.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to that in about 15
All
minutes.
right.
So.
Sounds good.
Take a moment, level yourselves up to some degree, and we'll go from there.
Go through and try and.
Okay.
That was a rather hard difficulty class guy. I mean, you guys dumped a lot
Was
into
that
him.
like
took some hits.
was that like a gladiator or something?
He was a champion. He was just slightly modified to be a little stronger than a champion.
Beefed him up a little bit.
Ooh.
CR9 creature.
CR9. Wow.
There's a reason why he didn't use his
And
armor
didn't have-
weapon against you guys.
Yeah, if he didn't have weapons or armor, like that made it like possible, because that would have been
Well,
bad.
he only had 220 hit points.
Woo, man.
That's how
Oh
much
my
damage
gosh.
you guys did.
He needed every single hornet sting.
We did super good teamwork. I gotta say.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
worked out really
Jasper was like the DPS.
The grapple really made a
tanked.
difference because he
Argus
was
healed
going
me and
after
helped
Jasper
support.
after.
Yep. No, that was really good.
Jasper did a lot of damage.
We did it really. I'm glad that you kept your concentration too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I really need to start. I wish. What we should do is like mark down how much damage you're doing individually, just to kind of see the damage output because it would be fun. Sure. But we can always go back and watch these videos and mark it down.
In that case, they would wonder if I was there or not.
No, you did your job. Your second grapple kept him from running at Jasper.
Yeah. That first flurry of attacks from him took me down to half health, so wouldn't have.
Imagine
with a weapon.
Yeah, if he had gone to action surge on you, Jasper, which is what he was actually saving it for. But then he's like, I gotta get out of this grapple with. And then he rolled really high on that dodge disadvantage, just on all the rolls. You did avoid 2 crits, so there's that. So those probably would have happened instead.
Jasper's probably.
But yeah, just high rolls on all 3 of those, which justifies it. I rolled plenty of 11s during that fight, which was unfortunate. But
I think Jasper might be continuing to tinker with some sort of automated shield system. He wants to have an extra bit of armor that might pop up now and then.
The shield,
some sort of
shield spell,
the shield invention. So he's
we'll have to see.
Could be an automatic shield that automatically detects where people are attacking and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Also, question for you, Austin: have your flowers been working as the intended item?
Oh, the
yeah, they just give me a +1 to. Yep, they just give me a +1 to
your +1
saving throws and
+1 sword.
ability checks.
I need to look into some stuff really quick. And then Jasper, yours is
+1.
Technically a +1 wand of the war mage, but as
right. Yep.
At the moment.
Yep. So I got that
rolled
into my attack bonus. So, yeah.
Well, we'll see how the rest of that goes in a bit as you guys finish leveling up. I'm going to go grab some.
All right, yeah. Sounds good. Oh, fun. Level up.
There's some cool new spells available to me.
Oh, I bet.
Tempted to.
I'm
trying to figure out what the best way to. What my tactics are going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, melee warlocks are an interesting class. Just with the...
It's really fun because I don't have to worry about my spell save DC. I just pick spells that either just have a flat, bonus like darkness, or just are utility based, or just affect the target no matter what.
Right.
No saving throw required, that sort of thing. And so it's really good.
Those are nice.
And now that I can cast 3rd level spells, I have a lot of. This is getting hard to decide on some of these because there's some really good ones.
I've always been impressed when I'm picking traits and things like that, or picking spells on a character, like how difficult it is to choose between things, and whether you go with kind of utility stuff or control stuff or just all damage output, all the different things like make it really hard to decide sometimes between spells, because there's some that are just so fun and others that just do so much damage, and you just can't pick them all. So
Yeah.
And the fun thing about warlocks is I don't have to worry about different spell slot levels,
Right.
and so I could have them all 3rd level if I wanted. But there's some stuff at 1st level that scales really well, and so
you get hit a lot. Do you
Oh, in fact, yeah, I know what I'm going to choose.
Do you do Armor of Agathis ever? I don't remember you doing that.
That's exactly what I just looked at. I'm like, I need Armor of Agathis. Because I had, I'm going to do that. I had Hellish Rebuke, and like that was kind of fun, but it's a saving throw, and so I was like, no, I don't want that anymore, because it's like it consistently does low damage because they always succeed on it.
That's unfortunate. So
I'm going to switch that for Armor of Agathis. And then my new one, this will be pretty good.
Because that's not concentration; it's guaranteed damage and temporary hit points. So that covers a lot of ground.
Yeah,
it's really only.
And I'm the tank of the group for sure. I think that'll be.
So between
that'll be perfect.
Your concentration is going to be used by Hex most of the time.
I think I'm gonna swap out Hex too, because there's a new spell in Tasha's Cauldron that's a little better.
Oh, than Hex?
Well, Hex is pretty good.
Ability, I can only take one ability at a time, and like now it'd be Tavern Brawl.
So at level 4, you don't get a stat increase every level. You get one at level 4, and then the next one's not till level 8. So I think Dustin is just gonna let you have Tavern Brawler as kind of a Hargis historical feat.
Acting and truth, truth. And I'll just change it to Tavern Brawl. I think that's more suitable.
Which
anyway.
One is it? What was the other one?
Sweet.
I had acting, which allowed me to detect lie or detect falsehood. Gotcha. And I'll just go with Tavern Brawler instead. I thought I was just accumulating.
Well, we did.
Doesn't matter.
Did you go for the? Did you use a stat bonus at level 4? Did you give yourself ability score increase? Okay.
I did. I got a stat bonus. Yeah. And then I read something where it had a. It doesn't matter. I misread it, so. Seems like I'm doing that a lot. So. I enjoyed it, and I got to play. I don't know. My hesitation is I'm trying to be more role player than. What would my character do?
What for spell selection?
Actually, no. The rat tail thing was awesome.
The reaction, like the rat tail thing, was
awesome.
No, your guys' performance definitely increased your renown, which I haven't gone to yet. Each of you have definitely made an impression upon some of the... You're in the vacation spot of the nobility, and you just fought in a place where some nobility go, and they definitely took note of you guys.
Well, I didn't even...
You guys never dropped your name or anything, but you were never prompted to. But, yeah. But they recognize your faces and stuff like that. Your renown has definitely gone up a little bit because of that
Well,
interaction.
with Largus putting on a good show and Dakren, pinning the
Dakren being honorable in the way that he chose to fight and taking off his armor also made an impression on people. So.
And
Good.
There was definitely some renown increase for each of you.
Yeah, and
Some more
people
than
know
others.
to be afraid of Jasper's hornets. Watch out for that guy. He's got just a little bag of hornets.
As far as I know, that he was glowing radiantly. They weren't sure that you were causing all that effect.
That's true, yeah.
They were probably freaked out entirely until they realized the beast just stayed in a race around you, and we're like, "You just opened a bottle of bees."
Interesting note: some of the guys that ran in to drag Dakren out did get stung by your bees.
Bad bees.
Because it's creatures in range that you see when you first cast it. Yeah. They weren't. So they were. They had to make the saving throw, so they took damage as well.
Try and gather them back into the jar. Come on, buzz, back in.
Unfortunately, since you were close to the wall, there were some spectators that I assumed that you had joined, but if any of them weren't at their table, which I did roll for, you would have been spectators outside.
Oh man, that would have been funny.
I'm sure people avoided going into the cloud, though.
Stay away from the bees.
Right?
Well, some of the tables are set up near the wall, so they're sitting there eating when he cast that spell. If anybody had gone up left for the restroom and came back, and he didn't see them, when they sit down, they would have just been bored.
Well, if they came back, they probably would have been like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not sitting there anymore because there's bees swarming around it.
Which would have lost you renown, by the way. Because they would have been offended at, hey, this establishment's supposed to be well put together and stuff that way. How dare you interrupt my seat that way? But for the people sitting there, I rolled under on the side and they lucked out. They were affected by it. There was nobody that was missing at the time.
Good. Yeah, that would have been unfortunate. Just innocent bystander just getting...
Figured I'd make note of that because you had to cast the spell before you entered the arena, and then after I was like, let's see what happens here. You cast it without really describing it. I'm like, you would, knowing you probably would have been aware of the people nearby.
Right. But if new people showed up.
I mean, it is an establishment people were frequenting at that point, so.
That's funny.
You lucked out. Sure. You had a 75% chance of it happening.
So, do I meet anybody interesting at the hot spring?
You said you wanted a private one, right? Or did you want to just use the public general swim?
I just said I wanted a bath, so whatever they had.
Yeah, they led you to the rooms that my impression was that you wanted the solitary room to be able to relax and heal yourself because you had been wounded. You didn't want to be erupted.
Okay, well,
so that's what I had into.
I mean, that makes sense. Well, okay, well, that's the servant assumed, and so that's what happened. That's totally fine.
Okay.
So I just
do you have one of those mugs like we have? Do you have one of those mugs?
Yeah. It's buried at the bottom of my backpack. I haven't really taken it out since.
It has 3 healing.
I may not even know about it. Like, it may just be at the bottom of my backpack, and I'm like, what is this? I don't remember this.
Old adventuring junk that you just accumulate.
Yeah.
It's got my name on it.
It's got my name on it. And it says the bartender on the bottom. From the bartender.
Huh.
Sneaky bastard. His non-alcoholic drinks.
Hey, he offered you guys some good deals.
He did.
Just declined them.
Okay, my sword, its special power is it has a 15-foot ray of light. What exactly does that do? Or is it called the flashlight?
No, so when you draw the sword, much like how Sting works, but on your choice, you can take the let me pull up that item
That's fun.
that it's based off. It's called the Moon.
I haven't got a tongue stud of oration, so.
I think Jasper will spend his time looking over his little book of inventions, trying to work out some sort of extra armor thing, like
I don't know why I equipped
little
magical
automated
items
armor.
or separate.
Can hopefully jump up and
Something that snaps into
Yeah.
place when you hit the right
Yeah.
spring.
Yep.
That actually would be, kind of well, I'm thinking of Iron Man, but that's not the armor. It has the articulated stuff that like kind of.
Okay, so this is how it works for you. So, in darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight. Creates bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light in an additional 15 feet. So it's a 30-foot radius of light, but it's only 15 bright, 15 dim. So anything beyond the first 15, you have disadvantage on perception checks, basically.
That's cool.
Unless you have something like dark vision, in which case then the full radius is normal for you. But then anything beyond that would be disadvantage, right? Currently, that's what it is, but it's also a +1 magical sword.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Just need to find
You know,
creature.
I guess I need to find somebody to attempt to remove curse from my other sword, because there's going to be times when I want to hit something as hard as I can hit it.
Yeah.
And I like the style of the long
Right.
sword.
Yeah, that.
But it sounds like the other sword, except for the
Right.
curse, is still a pretty awesome
Yeah.
weapon.
That lousy shadow thing pretty much is responsible for me going unconscious in that last fight. Stabbed
Yeah.
my shadow.
It really put a bug
Yeah.
in things, didn't it?
I
Oh,
would have
sorry.
stayed conscious, I think, through that explosion if it weren't for the lousy shadow stabbing
Yeah.
me.
Well, it distracted all of us because it took us out of combat,
Yeah.
both of us, because I was trying to get it
Yeah.
off of you, and it was.
Yeah. But no, that would be a good thing to
So
look
it-
for
it
tomorrow.
was fun.
If we find
Yeah.
maybe there's a cleric that can do that sort of thing.
Well, if there's some place I can access, I'm going to spend any spare time I have, and I'll research the dragon just so I know who I'm talking to. That seems like something that would stroke the ego of a dragon.
Are we?
Acclaim.
Okay, so- Are we ready to go back into it, by the way? Sorry, I wasn't sure. if
Yeah,
this was done.
I think we're
Okay.
good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after being
Yes.
well rested, relaxed, from sauna, from various things, you guys wake back up. I say fairly early in the morning. Did you guys last night when you returned to the Diamond Hammer tell Harmon about
Yep.
Lance? Or
Yeah,
are
if he
you
was
telling Lance?
available, I'm not sure what's his sleeping situation. We got back kind of late, so I don't know if he's in his room or what. But yeah, send.
You could have
sent
left
a
a message
to
for
him.
him.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm going to reserve our rooms. Like,
You'd
we
like
don't
to
know if
reserve-
we're
This
gonna
place is
stay,
pretty expensive,
but we'll reserve
Argus.
them.
It's 15
Well, you're
gold a
right.
night.
I'm not sure the.
I
for
like
this
the other
place.
place
Yeah,
better anyway.
maybe
So
we'll go over there, or shoot, maybe they'll love you
Yeah.
so much at
do
this
that.
other the Bard Tavern. Maybe you'll get a free room for being an awesome bard.
that's right.
The fort does not have
Mm,
rooms. It's just ordinary.
All right, so Mountainshadow probably is the place to go.
I'd rather perform there anyway
Yeah,
than this place. We watch some dust.
You have
How was my room at the
Put out my
Mountainshadow?
It was
It's always
pleasant.
awesome.
It wasn't as lavish or as like scenic as it's like the difference between like a high end 5-star hotel, which is what the Diamond and Hammered is, and a moderate 4-star is what the Mountain Shadow's like. So it's rich, it's nice. There was some simple cheeses and stuff left in the room for you to be able to snack on. and some things that way. Stuff that preserves well, like crackers and stuff like that.
Did the Diamond Haver have
and
like a courtesy basket with expensive hand towels in it or something that they give to people? You know.
oh yeah,
Yeah, chocolate mint.
it's 15 gold worth of everything.
All right.
It's amazing.
You probably
place to
had
stay.
your own servant and
Speaking of
a
which,
bell for room service.
for you two that stayed in the Diamond Hammer, you do get 10 temporary hit points, and you have advantage against poison.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think what we're really talking about between the two places is energy.
Sure.
The other place is, I think for our frame of mind and our set of purpose, the energy in the other place is much more suited to us.
You definitely don't get the odd looks from people at the other place. They seem less untowards you for being humans and halfling and stuff like that. The Diamond Hammer is, or just the fact that you're not nobility. They don't seem to be bothered by you.
And frankly,
much.
my pocketbook can't handle the Diamond Hammer for that matter. So I do feel well rested. Those beds are a delight, I have to say. But yeah, I think we'll make it back over to Mountainshadow. Hopefully Dakren's doing all right. We can see how he fared.
Okay. So you guys eventually meet back up with Dakren, who's enjoying a meal in the room. Lance is no longer there. He seems to have left. But his stool and his armor set is still there, but it's bereaved of any equipment. It seems that he has taken it and has already gone off to meet with Harman something early in the morning. Depending on how early,
if there are any elves.
Still the one male elf waiter. There are this early in the morning. There is another elf, two elves sitting at a table. Though they look like they might be half elves. And they're just sitting at the table, just kind of conversing with one another. It seems a guy and a girl. They seem to just be talking about stuff. They're in somewhat. It looks like they're in venturing garb, similar to your own. Looks very much like both of them. They're dressed similar to you, but you don't notice much magical air about them.
I'm gonna see if I have enough nerve to go talk to them. Nope. I kind of walk a little bit close to him and kind of punch my fist surreptitiously a little bit. I kind of act like I was sort of looking around, and I just kind of walk back to the bar and sit at the bar instead by myself.
It's not awkward at all.
I know that feeling all too well.
Jasper is just going to walk over to the bar. Because it's so tall, he'll position himself on top of his telescoping rod and go pop, and then it goes up to the bar level, and they'll just sit next to...
When I say a stool for Lance, it's because they made the bar higher at that point. So you can sit at the high bar, you can sit at the low bar.
I go.
Is the bar like tilted?
Or stepped.
So they have a little like short stools at one side, and then it gets bigger for the humans at the other side, or?
Sure, that's a creative idea.
Well, I just go and elevate myself up onto the bar with the telescoping rod, and then.
You do see a few gnomes in this place.
Oh, I'll go talk to them later.
They seem to be rock gnomes, though.
But I want to sit next to Dakren or on the countertop, kind of looking at Dakren, and just be like, Dakren, what's he doing? You're kind of pacing around strangely.
Hey. Oh, I just was just sitting where to sit. So I didn't see you came in. I would have.
That's all right.
So just gonna. How was your guys' sleep? I was just gonna eat breakfast and then we can head out.
Good. Yeah.
Have a good sleep.
Night. I think that it's a nice place, but we're not going to be able to stay there. It's pretty pricey, so we'll probably come here. What was a room for the night here? Said it was 1 gold, I think. 1 gold.
1 gold, and that included bath
That's
and
not bad.
meals and everything. So.
You got your own room, I suppose.
So
I don't mind
bad.
splitting with Argus if you got your own.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with whatever. I'm not sure how many, if they have bigger rooms or whatever that we could split or whatever, but yeah, it was nice. A little more comfortable than the Diamond Hammer. Diamond Hammer is a little
It's pretty fancy.
high up, a little uppity for me.
They looked a bit askance at us as we walked in, covered in Lance's blood. A little bit. There was a little bit of spray. But no, I
thought they were looking at my
probably
kill.
that too.
I feel good as new after that hot spring. I don't know what's in their hot springs, but I mean my bruises are already gone, and
Great.
I mean little discoloration, but yeah, he wouldn't have been able to tell.
No.
Fought in a brawl yesterday, so yeah, good stuff. I'm definitely gonna make use of those while we're here.
The bartender comes over to you guys and is like, "What can I get you?" And it's a good thing that you noticed about the springs. We're known as one of the other places in Amara that's really good for nurturing old wounds and for recovery.
Highball.
Wouldn't be
whatever
able
you
to
got
do
on the
anything
fire.
about this, would you?
Oh gosh, that's bad.
And yeah, you guys are a bit wounded. You guys have noticed that your wounds have started to heal a little bit.
That's good.
From the hot springs that you've been staying in and otherwise, and just the services that you've been provided. Hargus and Jasper, your wounds are a lot more recovered from staying at them. Just because of the nature of it, from them doing the extra services. He's like, those will probably take a while for you to heal, maybe, but the priest can take care of it for you lickety split, but it costs a bit because they have to expend the
we
stuff.
Yeah, we already talked to them. They charge quite a bit, so
I got my
we'll
mug.
let it kind of heal on its own, I think.
Yeah, just.
But
I rely
we're
on the
hoping to
human
get it in
nature
with.
of me.
If you want, you can go talk to. He has a name for you, and he puts down the name of a dwarven female. And he says, she stays in the Temple of Jord, here, just near the town hall. You can see her, and she can help bandage you up, or at least put some ointment on that and take care of you a bit. It'll take some time, but it's where we send our fighters all the time if they're really roughed up or something that way. It takes them some time to get back, but better to leave somebody capable again and not with any bitter resentments for the establishment.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we got on the wrong side of a bomb set off by some Duergar raiders the other day, and my eyes are still aching.
His expression immediately darkened to that. He's like, dirty, dark dwarves.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, them dirt-wearing dogs.
They were not nice.
They didn't seem great.
Dirty birds all
They were
around.
pretty mean.
When you meant service charcoal for the forges. Oh, sorry.
That's probably true.
Been at odd ends with them for a long time. You'll find not much sympathy for such here in Jordsgarden.
Yeah, man.
They've been jealous
I
of
picked
our
earwax that I liked better.
You're like, what?
I picked earwax and ate it that I liked better.
I'm sorry, and you...
He kind of looks at you for a moment and kind of glances at the other two and gives a look up. Is he always like this?
And just to clarify...
Well, I'm still waiting on my
you
highball.
won't eat a cricket, but you will eat your own earwax. Is that what I'm...
It's a metaphor, lad. A metaphor.
I see. All right. Well, I mean, what's the plan for today?
We all have common toddler experience, surely. Everybody's had to do it once.
I don't know. Okay.
Some of us are smarter than others. I'm not saying there's not exceptions to the rule.
The name on the note that he gives you, by the way, is Humire.
A real humdinger.
Humere. Humire. Hummer.
Humere.
Humere.
Humire.
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 Yeah. Humire Flaskbraid. Wow, that's a clever last name.
Humire Flaskbraid. All right, and where are we to find this last?
In the Jords, the Temple of Jord, in the main service.
Hey, Nate Smith.
Let them know that you got reference from the Mountainshadow.
Yeah, fill this with milk.
Okay, maybe that's what we lack next time we were there. So that'd be thank you. Innskeep.
Oh, she's not like one of the high elf priests. She's just one of them in training, but she does stuff for us.
That'd be
Got some healing hands, huh? Well, as long as she doesn't walk on my back, but it is my eyes, so.
In what? For what?
Hope that it's not her walking on my eyes.
She's no mistake.
Them better, but
Jord. Argus.
Okay, well, then that makes me feel better then.
Yeah, she's like your kind old granny. Who,
so a hag.
She's my. He looks at you. He's like, "I'd appreciate it if you didn't refer to my grandmother that way."
She's a literal.
Oh, it's your grandmother.
Granny.
It's a cultural thing, obviously. No offense intended.
He loves hags. He's some of my best friends are hags.
No, not a hag. Not like a hag. Not like a hag.
While your head's kids.
I just realized hag has a different.
Puts the mug down in front of you. He says, "Well, off you go then.
Yeah.
Unless there's something you're going to order."
Have you made your cricket pies today, Jasper?
I have not actually.
They
made us breakfast at the. They had a continental breakfast there delivered to the room. It was a bunch of fresh fruit and such. So I didn't actually make it.
Exactly. Did I ever get that highball and the eggs?
The highball and the egg? Oh, I don't know. Did you get a mimosa back at that place?
I'll just take whatever. I'll just take whatever you got and just keep porridge or whatever.
Fire and a highball.
Pottage. I'm not picky.
Goes and talks. Goes to like this window and tells them what the order is, and then
I'm gonna lean over to.
Eventually, it's brought out to you as he's carousing through the rest of the
Do
establishment.
you think after the hag comment, maybe we should eat someplace else?
Keep an eye on it, but I don't think he took it too personally. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I think he's all right.
He seems to be the type that's used to travelers being foul-mouthed.
Well, this Miss Flaskbraid, that's a great lead. Hopefully that can get us some healing. I'm still moving very stiff. It's like I can't bend my legs or something. It's like some sort of scar tissue, I think, over my kneecaps. But
is there anybody else here that drinks mead? Because it seems like mead doesn't have the bite for me it used to.
Are you still?
Are you still drinking from the tankard of sobriety?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I've not really tried.
He's on to me. I don't know.
It tastes well
just
enough.
like another meat I've had.
Like
they use a few herbs here that I wouldn't have thought, but it's good. I don't know what.
There's this thing in mental hospitals where they have to time them on the water fountains because they will get like a high from, inebriated from drinking a whole bunch of water really fast. So I'm wondering if that could be a thing Hargis is discovering.
As a note, the food that you guys ate, that was provided over at the other place, it is it kind of had this weird sprinkling of pop rocks on top of it.
It's exciting.
There was like these stones that you're like, what is this? Is this salt? And then as you bit into it, it was like sweet and it popped in your mouth and a bunch of things. That's what you got the temporary hit points from.
No, that was fun.
You've never had a spice like that before.
We'll have to find out what that is, actually, because that stuff was really good. That
Probably
was exciting. I wonder if they sell that.
Corpses.
That sounds interesting. Sure. Do you know what the is in Skeep? Little rocks that
pop rocks?
Corpses
pop in your mouth.
Know that.
He comes over to you, Flaskbeard. Well, of the Flaskbeard clan. But you can just call me Mr. Flaskbeard or the bartender or something that way. Unless you take offense to that. I've heard tales of a weird bartender out there that people don't like to reference. But,
have you?
Yeah, Hargis said something about that, but no, that doesn't bother me.
Probably making a non-alcoholic beer.
What's
those sparkle rocks.
Sparkle rocks, right.
They're harvest from the Dead Man Forest. Some of the creatures there, if you find them, some of the rocks formations that are on them, or the drooling as you've seen in that area, can be harvested and turned into, a type of food, salty, but it's sweet. Fairly rare. It's pretty much only the Diamond Inn uses it.
Tastes pretty good.
A rare supply, you could say. After all, you have to brave the dangers of that forsaken place to get any of it.
I think I missed that last part. What was that again?
The forsaken place, the Dead Man's Wood. I'm sure you guys saw it when you came into Jordsgarden. You can see it just over the wall. It's that mist and all the strange flora and fauna as he gestures to one of the plants he has sitting up near the bar. That's just this tulip that's just encrusted. It's gem-like, like what you've seen.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, that's a weird place. Yeah, sounds like a...
So are we going into the mist or what?
Maybe eventually. That's what I was trying to figure out, like what our to-do list was going to be for today. Going to see your granny is definitely on the to-do list because that would help us out. That could be great.
Granny.
Syrah had mentioned two places that you would like to
talk to.
One was Harmon, who would give you an introduction to the Firebeards. The other was Fonwella. Her name is too close to another name, so I keep mixing them up. Fonwella Stoneborn, who's at the Thunderforge place, is I think what I'll change it to. And those were the two inns to either the Stoneborns or the Firebeards. She mentioned doing both if you so choose. Either way, it would still be a good option to go to Fonwella to get her vote for whichever side that you want to support. Get her support, you could say.
So if we still want to go see her...
And it's both her and Harmon of kind of equal standing, where they're associated with the family in the nobility sense, and they can interact with them, but both of them have kind of sworn off the name.
So it sounds like we got to probably get Fonwella on board, and then we can go throw in our towel with Firebrand or Stoneborn after that.
You could do it in different order. You could just join the Firebrand and then do her stuff later. It's up to you.
Firebeards.
We're the
Firebeards, not Firebrand. Firebrand is us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Firebrand.
I'm fine with either one. Let's go talk to Humire, and then we'll head off to Fonwella.
Okay. Yeah,
I'd say.
good.
Did you already talk to the captain this morning?
We sent him a message.
Did he follow up with anything else we need to do for him?
I don't think we heard anything back from him. We sent him a message last night.
No, you just sent him a message. He said that if you guys got Lance for him, he would do you a favor that way in return. You just need to let him know what the favor is that you need.
Okay. So we could potentially do that right after we speak with Humire.
Sarah is the one that said that it would probably be useful to make use of his connections that way.
Can you recommend anybody to remove curse off an item?
Fonwella might be able to.
We'll ask her.
Or a priest in the
Jord's
temple that we're going to anyway. Yeah.
Temple of Jord.
Yeah, I wonder, if that sword of yours is cursed, I think a similar sort of curse might be on my little bag of fuzzballs here. Remember when I threw one out, it turned into a wolf that attacked me right away. Yeah. So
yes.
I'm perceiving a theme with these items. Maybe we could get a curse removed off that too.
I know. Usually people just have to spin a go around it.
Well, anyway, yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't hear. Usually people have to what?
Usually after people have to spend a day or two with you.
No, it's a good one.
It was there. Low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging fruit. Yes, that's a whole other topic.
I am wearing a kilt.
And that was the topic. What do you think, Dakren? You ready to go?
Yep. I just finish up whatever breakfast he served, and I just say, I'll probably be staying in that room tonight, so go ahead and keep it open for me if you wish, if you do that sort of thing, and I'll probably be back tonight. But thanks, it was a nice stay here. Nice place you got here.
Well, do we need to reserve a room while we're here?
Mr. Flaskbeard?
Do your rooms usually fill up pretty fast, or?
We usually have openings. If you'd like, I could hold some for you if there's something you prefer. But
well, I would love to leave.
It's usually not. This isn't our real busy season, so it's not a problem right now.
I'd like to leave my extra gear here.
You want to leave some gear?
So then again, he thinks about it for a moment, and he goes, "We have seen a greater influx of adventurers lately, but that will probably die down after things get settled with the Stoneborns and the Firebeards."
What are your thoughts on those two?
Both families have influence. I'm not privy really to either. Both. I wish they would just figure it out. Not sure why they're in each other's business so much as they are. But rumor has it that one of the families, and I don't know which one, may be in collaborations with certain untowards dark dwarves.
Ew.
But you didn't
Really?
hear that from me.
That would be
That's
fairly significant, I would think. That's no good.
not good.
It's a rumor. No honorable nor noble dwarven clan would be caught dead having dealings with them. So it's probably just hearsay by fallacy or something else. Or even if there is a partial truth of that, maybe it's just one member of their family or something.
Sounds like it could be slander from one of the houses to the other.
Yeah. It applies to both sides, so it's hard to know which family is having the association. You hear some about one, you hear some about the other, so it's hard to tell. But that's the only rumors I've heard recently about them. The only other rumor is about there being a strange beast that hunts you in the forest if you go too deep. Has many legs and is made of pure metal. Something fierce will capture you and drag you into the abyss. Strange tales. There's all sorts of strange creatures that roam those. So, I haven't heard many other.
Probably find ourselves in the forest at some point. It sounds like a very interesting place.
He kind of raised eyebrow at you guys. And goes, well, you are adventurers.
Jasper gives him the side eye.
To too dangerous. Too dangerous for my
Yeah.
taste.
Well, it sounds
I
bad.
like my establishment here, and I get more than enough fighting from the our little arena here. Though, looks like that will be on the downside for a while. Lance has been complaining to me for some time that he had grown bored of the competitors that come in and the lack of anybody with any real goals, so he's been really appreciative of you. Speaking of which, he left a message, I think, for you here somewhere. He looks under the table and pulls out a note and hands it to you guys. And in the note, do any of you understand Celestial?
Oh, that may be one I know. I always forget. Elvish, Sylvan, Dwarf. Nope.
He wrote it all in flower swirls. Do you read flowery swirls? Is that...
I just assumed you guys would know what it is. I don't know. He typically encrypts his messages so that nobody can
this one is safe from us.
Saying anything important.
Maybe
perhaps
the priest can help with that. Yeah, does your granny read Celestial, do you know? Oh, do I even recognize it as Celestial? I mean, it's just flower swirls, so...
Yeah, as far as you know, it's just gibberish on the page. You make an intelligence check to see if you recognize at least know what the language is. Kind of like how somebody can see Chinese but not read it at all. But they won't know if it's Chinese or Japanese or Korean or something else like that. They're just like, that's an Asian language.
I rolled a 3.
Jasper crushed you with a 5, so he's just like...
Oh.
Dakren, what'd you get?
Yeah, we honestly don't know if we're holding it up or down or sideways.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what language this is.
No, my orchid gave me a 5, not a 4. So not sure if that pushes it over to DC. No. We're all just like,
you have some semblance of knowledge that it is a language. You just don't have any idea which one.
I don't know.
It looks like some kind of code or something.
It's just swirls. I don't know. I think he was bored. Was he just doodling and handed you a little doodle? Or...
No, he's done something similar to other people before, old acquaintances or other things like that. But I don't know. I've never read it. I keep to myself. I keep my end of the deal. He hands me a note, and I make sure that it gets to the right person. So.
Well, I know it's not Dwarvish or Goblin. That's all I know. Oh, I guess, I don't know. Too well in it, I suppose. But
I don't even know where
maybe we'll run into him again.
Well, I could do a lore check. I read, I research. What about a lore check?
Oh, do you have a background in something like Sage?
Sage? No.
Yeah,
but all my research, going to libraries, looking through old texts and stuff, maybe I perhaps have seen it.
That was the...
I think that's what your check.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll just ask around.
But unless any of you have like the Sage background or some background that way that... or the linguist.
Just, maybe if we find him, we'll just ask him.
Ask him
what he said in his note.
I'm sure we'll run into him again, especially since we're working with the captain a little bit more. So I'm sure we'll find him and find out what this is about. Do you want to take it with you, Jasper, or Argus?
I default
right. Not one of those.
Maybe we'll run into.
I just made myself holding it because I had a prop handy right here, and I thought it would be funny to do a little, prop work with.
I hope it's not one of those Hamlet tropes where we give it to them. Do you know what this says? Yes, it says, "Do not trust the person who's reading this note to you." Yeah. Here, kill the person who gives you this note.
Lance has really mean practical jokes.
Well,
we give it to a cleric, and give it to a cleric, and the note says, "These are demons. Kill them."
Back to the void.
Anyhow.
Well, daylight's burning, so let's head out.
Miss Humire. And I apologize. Is it Flaskbeard or is it Flaskbraid?
Flaskbraid. Mine's Flaskbeard.
Right. Okay, gotcha. That's why I thought.
It's my mother's side.
It's like a masculine suffix.
Yeah, that's fun. That's
Yeah.
Braid for women, beard for men?
Or is it just a different last name?
Or does it just happen to be...
It's just a difference with the last name. Now.
On the mother's side.
Oh.
We're related,
Right.
but it's on my mother's side.
Just similar...
I see. So a Flaskbeard married a Flaskbraid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I get this all the time.
I bet, yeah. If you...
Oh, yeah. No, we're still... I know Dwarvish just from working alongside dwarves in the war, but still learning a lot about Dwarvish culture, so...
Yeah. All right. Let's go meet Granny.
All right, let's head out, men.
All right. Temple of Jord, here we come.
Okay, so you guys travel through the streets. It's about as lively as you've seen previously. You enter in through Jord's temple again, once again finding it elaborate, the gemmed trees and floral and fauna. And it doesn't take long to find a really wrinkled, stark white hair, braided, and, well-kept older dwarven woman who just seems to be like chatting to a bunch of kids of various races, like a couple gnome, a couple dwarves, and a human or two, and is just like teaching them like primary song kind of things at the moment and just entertaining them. And they seem to be pointing out like the different types of flowers and then the type of rock that those flowers represent, and having some fun that way. She glances up at your approach and goes, "Oh, hello, dearies. What can I do for you today?"
Oh, Mom, we were sent here by your grandson, the inn's keep over at Mountainshadow.
Oh, Flaskbeard. He's been around for a good time and never comes by much anymore. Doesn't like me rambling on and on, he says, about different things. But, did you know about a very particular flower that was very useful? Kids, you should look at this. And she just
Jasper wants to know about the flower. He's very attentive.
I try to find a moment when she like takes a breath or something, and I kind of interrupt, and I'm like, actually, there
it
is
goes on for a while.
She's got big dwarven lungs.
Like,
actually, Mom, we were wondering about your knowledge of plants. You see, we've suffered some rather severe burns, and is there a plant that you know of that you have, perhaps, or a salve made from it you could help us a little bit?
she looks at you guys again. Right. I do have something that way. Who are you again?
I'm Jasper. Hi, pleasure.
I'm a bard.
Dakren.
Dakren, Jasper, and
Hargus. I play for myself.
Argus. Well, you said a flower. There's interesting flowers. This one over here, points at the red one, is known as a ruby rose. It's a very amazing little flower. It's just like a normal rose, but you can grind it up into different alchemical purposes or otherwise, and she's definitely gone off track from what you originally asked.
Does it help with burns? Or
burns? No, for burns you want a different flower. You want an orchid.
Because could you maybe
Just a simple orchid?
Well, no, you need to process it, but I think I have some near somewhere. Give me a moment. And she wanders off. And then the kids are like, I hope you followed her.
Jasper will follow, because he was...
Probably out of
It seems the kids both enjoy being around her, because they like playing tricks with her mind a lot. But they also are courteous enough, because she is a very kind woman. But they're also like, these guys don't get it yet. Let's tell them what they.
She will get lost on the way to wherever she's going. So
she starts wandering, and she starts pointing out different things and talking about them. She is a very old
We got
dwarf.
really badly burned, and I can't.
She,
I'm having trouble walking. My friend here, his vision's kind of messed up. Yeah, I'm
still doing
very
that
stiff,
waddle.
and so anything you could do to help with that. Your grandson said that
She
he
starts
might be able to help.
pulling out some different objects, and she pulls out this one, and she's like, "Oh, here it is," and pulls out this compartment, and you see a very small pouch of what looks like that orchid-colored pink diamond dust. Unlike the one that you picked before, which turned to ash, this seems to be like that same normal coloration. It's still glistening like a gem rather than that dull chocolate-colored. And she's like, here it is. And pulls out some. She's like, oh dear, there's not much left. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm probably going to need to make a request to the Ironwoods to harvest some more for me. Well then, and pulls some out, and she takes like a little teaspoon, starts pouring it into like these mugs with water, and then
we
stirs
actually
it up
know
a bit.
the Ironwoods, ma'am. Maybe we could get an
yeah,
order.
The Ironwoods, interesting folk, those friendly to all the races, more or less. Especially fond of elves. They actually supposedly used to live with elves for a while, and were part of the research group looking into the medicinal purposes and uses of Jordsgarden, known as the forest that has been forsaken. And they've been researching and been collaborating with them for a long time. Though some dwarves really oppose some of the policies and attempts that they've made, but now that the nobility, I imagine they're not facing hardly any issues with trying to get ideas across or plans made for changing the forest or fixing it or whatever they plan to do. It would be a shame, though. These herbs have quite the useful properties to them.
Like healing.
What was I doing again? She's still stirring the same cup.
Is it just stirred in?
Wait. Herself. Oh, right. This is medicine.
That's for burns, Mom.
Well,
Yes, you're making it for burns.
Right.
Maybe if you hold your wound
and hands
out,
one to you. And then as you go to drink it, you kind of look over at the table. Make a medicine check, each of you.
Can I get by with alchemy? Because I know alchemy.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah, I'll say with alchemy you could use.
Roll a 20.
I think I get advantage.
Yeah.
11 for me.
So that'd be intelligence based,
20.
though, or perception based. I guess it's pretty much the same.
Perception. It could be wisdom in this case.
So, adding my proficiency to that because of the alchemy kit, that's an 18.
Okay. Both Hargis and Jasper, you notice it as well. There's a chart that's been obviously put up on the stand next to her that seems to have been drawn out about the order to do ingredients. And she definitely has forgotten a step on it. There's a little vial of some kind of syrupy liquor or something that way that she's supposed to add and stir in with this for that stuff to be absorbed into for it to take effect. So you guys were about to just drink the hot water with just the
so
rock
it needs to
in
dissolve
with just the rock.
Now we need to dry it out, put it in
Yeah.
the syrup, and then put it in again.
No. You just need to add the syrup to it. But it's very picturesque in like the order of things. So
Very
even
clear.
if you can't read the Dwarvish that's written in, it's very clear picture-wise what's supposed to go on, and you're wise enough and make the insight check. That's like,
Do you?
I think.
Do you have
think
any
you
of the
forgot.
syrupy solvent for the dust? Do you have any of that handy? I believe that's supposed to go in.
It's just saying
grab it.
The bottle's obviously on the table next to it.
We'll go.
So if
Yeah,
you want,
we'll
you could
top
just
off,
grab it and
yeah.
add it in. She's not paying attention. She's kind of putting things away and just talking to herself again.
Uncork it, top off, and finish stirring. We each got one, right?
So, ma'am, do we drink this or apply it to wounds, or?
There's in the picture you can definitely see it's a drink. Like after you've added the syrup, you've done it in. It basically becomes cough syrup.
Yeah,
Is what it does.
I've seen worse. So
that you're supposed to drink.
Over the teeth. Past the
Bottoms
gums.
up, I suppose.
Cheers.
Cheers.
As you drink it, you feel kind of like when the blood rushes into an area where your arm has fallen asleep. You start to feel this tingling sensation where the burns are. And they no longer inhibit you. The scarring is still there. But for the moment, you no longer have to worry about the disadvantages brought about by that.
Oh boy.
But this is a temporary relief.
It
is not a permanent one. It will still
Gotcha.
take a lot more to do
Oh
this.
boy. That really itches. Oh boy.
Some
Oh, I can see better now.
Is there any sense of time
Wow,
frame?
that works pretty fast.
Is it like
it works fairly fast.
or duration, I should say.
And
are we gonna have to like come back every day?
it will take 4 days worth of this stuff. But every day you take it, it lasts for the entire day.
Gotcha. So we need 3 more applications each for that to take.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes. However, she used the last of
Right,
it that
so
she had.
If we want more of this, we gotta go obtain orchid from either the ironwoods or maybe.
And as she turns, she goes, "Oh right, I think I'm supposed to charge you
yes.
for that."
Unsurprising.
Oh
Well,
dear, have
how
I
about
done
this?
it again?
You know, what if we bring back
And,
extra components in recompense? You know, because you say you're out of.
That would be wonderful. As long as they don't find out that I used the last of it without permission. I like working here at the temple, but if I keep making mistakes like this, they're not going to let me be
That's
here
horrible.
anymore.
Well, if you need,
Well,
if you need.
Here,
gold
how
now,
about we give
do
you
you
a
know what,
gold
what the
piece?
charge is?
I don't remember. And at this point, you actually notice that there's labels on all the compartments that she pulled the gold out of, or the things out of, and it seems to have a symbol, which is the coin for gold, and a number next to it. The one that she pulled out said 15. So it's apparently 15 per application.
Boy, that's gonna get pricey too. All right. Is there a money box or something that we can? Or do you take it? You just take it.
I just take it to the donations box afterwards.
I'm gonna write a note that says this 45 gold for 3 orchid uses, and I'm gonna put that with the gold, and so keep that all together. And then if anyone asks, you can just pass that along.
Okay. So each of you do that? Do you each give her 45
Or
gold
each
then?
15 for a total
I'll give
of
her
45?
15.
Yeah, so you'll give her 15
So
for
I'm
that.
down to
Okay,
10 gold.
okay. Did you give her the full 45, Jasper, or
I mean, yeah, my plan was...
you
No,
paid for the other
I
two?
assumed they were each...
You
No,
paid in
I'm
advance.
saying
I
that
think.
I've got gold in my
Jasper doesn't
pocket.
have 45 gold.
I got gold in my pocket. Jingle.
Didn't you get paid for the
Well, yeah,
battle
that
last
brought me
night,
up to
Jasper?
25, so... I might have...
He had
Well,
0.
here, have some.
I'm okay for now. I mean, I don't...
Well, here, have some. Okay, I've got a couple
Well,
hundred. So
I'm
if you
going
need.
to confess something to you, Dakren. I'm a bit of a spendthrift. There's always more devices and components I need to create things. So as soon as I
Components and-
get it, I end up spending it on things. Actually, I've been working on a new one, and if it works, it has the potential to be just amazing. But that's going to be a pricey one, I think, for all the components when I'm said and done. But we'll see how it goes. These gem flowers are very interesting. It'd be interesting to get some of them, and I mean, it's alchemy. I do alchemy, so I would love to get my hands on some of them for some experimentation. That could be very useful.
Well, oi, hey, what are you guys doing back here? You've noticed that she has left you alone. She walked out on you guys.
Oh, we were here with the lady. She was giving us some medicine.
Hummer? Yeah, it's Miss.
Yes.
Flaskbraid is, you know, the kids love her. People like her. She did great work when she was younger, but anymore, she's really just here to keep herself busy. Like, I'm sorry, but he kind of notices the gold in you guys' hand and stuff that way. He's like, did you purchase some medicine?
We were going to give...
we did. 15 gold worth each, and so we're not sure where to put it. She didn't tell us.
He kind of looks at you, looks at the mugs, and like, did it get mixed right?
If you were the ones...
Yeah, we feel better.
Okay. He kind of goes over it.
Right.
He like reiterates over it with you guys, and you kind of go through it 2 or 3 times, and he's like, "Okay. I just want to make sure, because if you didn't, there's horrible side effects."
Oh, that's...
We feel a lot better. I do anyway. I don't know about you guys. I feel a lot better.
Sensation. I don't mean to assume, but I assume it's for
This
burns.
This situation, to you guys' brains.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. If you don't mind, I'll leave you.
We had.
Sorry.
You know,
she's a kind lady, but she definitely is a little.
Sure.
Not all there as of late.
We are actually in need of more of that. I believe. Based on the instructions there, it'd take another 3 applications each for us to have a permanent.
Kind of goes and opens up one of the drawers and pulls it out, and it's empty. He's like, right, we do. We'll need to put in a request to... He pulls out some papers and pulls out a quill and inks it, and then starts scribbling on the paper. And it looks like an invoice form.
Do you want us to... the old lady mentioned that you do business with the Ironwoods. We actually know them pretty well. If you want us to take that directly to them, maybe get it order expedited and brought back here.
That would be appreciative. Burn wounds tend to happen the most out of anything. I mean, with the fire and everything.
Right.
Forges and stuff. It's a very common thing that goes through, but as such, this medicine tends to get depleted quite quickly. Luckily, the orchids are not uncommon to find, but I've heard some problems about finding them lately. You'll have to talk to the Ironwoods more about that. Finishes scribbling up the thing. He's like, if you want to hand that to them, I'd appreciate it. It saves me time, and then I can take more at the temple here, and I'll just overlook the whole thing if you do this favor.
No charge for the...
She's a sweet lady. She took care of me when I was a kid, so I appreciate her, and I want to help.
Great. Well, that's much appreciated.
So you're waiving the charge? If we...
No. I just mean...
Is that what you mean?
Incident overall, her getting in trouble for this, that kind of thing. She wasn't doing stuff right.
Oh, okay. That's fine. It wasn't, she's a sweet lady, but... Yeah, we'll
I can't
take care
waive
of
the
this
charge.
for
That's something that we actually need in order to pay the Ironwoods for their...
Fair enough.
All right. Great. If we are able to obtain those components and we come back, is there any chance of some sort of a trade for that? Like we get the components and...
Well, you could just purchase what we make for you. It's going to take a little bit to process it.
Right.
Like a couple hours.
Okay.
Like I said,
Okay.
Those are kind of hard prices. Obviously, if you find plenty, then that's great.
Right.
We could always use it. And, I mean, you'll have to talk to the Ironwoods. We paid them for this, and that's why we charge as much as we do.
Maybe we'd get you a discount, and maybe sell some to you or something.
Yeah, more than happy for whatever you bring back. It's just, yeah. If you want to talk to the Ironwoods about that, feel free. This is just what we have to charge you.
All right.
So,
All right.
anyways, I'll let you go, and then leads you guys out of what seems to be in one of the back rooms.
Well, that was not bad. Hey,
And you see the old Mrs. Flaskbraid just leading the children around again, and they're playing games. And she seems sharp as a whip when interacting with the children. But the second that it's off of teaching the kids and stuff that way, her mind seems to leave her to some degree.
Well, she's
Interesting
very
old
nice.
lady.
Do you want to see if she can read this note?
Well, if the Ironwoods are on the way... Oh, I forgot about that. Or where's that guy that was just with us? Maybe he would... I don't really want to start another conversation with her.
I suppose her eyes might not be what
They'll
they
be
used
gone,
to.
so...
What was your question?
Can you read this? Is
sir...
this language, or is this squiggles?
Looks at it.
I mean, you seem like a smart fella, so...
It's not a language I recognize.
Pretty sure it's a language. Do you know which way is up?
He grabs it.
Pretty sure I got it facing the right way. All right, well, appreciate it.
he actually flipped around and he's like, no, you can't see that side.
All right, no, I actually tried that. I wondered if I had the thing backwards and was looking through it wrong, so I held it up to the light. But yeah, it's all right. Well, appreciate it. We'll just
yeah.
It must be just some kind of shorthand. I don't know why he did that. So we'll I guess we'll give up then. All right. Well, let's go to.
Well, we could go see
next?
Fonwella, or we could go to Ironwoods and see about getting.
Which place is closer, DM?
Ironwoods are definitely further
We'll
away.
hit Fonwella on the way out, maybe.
The Ironwoods are in the Quartz Quarter, and the Thunder Forge is located near the Emerald District.
All right.
All right.
Which isn't
well,
too
we can
far
go
away
to the
from-
Ironwoods
Yeah.
later tonight, probably.
Which isn't too far away from the inn you guys were at, the Mountainshadow. It's just a little south of this town square, my brain's breaking. North of the town square and east of Mountainshadow.
What do you think, Hargus? You ready to impress the locals with some of your bardic talents?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Drifting off here.
Sorry.
No, let's go. No, it's not you. It's just, for me it's 12:22.
Yeah.
You want to do your vocal warm-ups on the way over?
Yeah, of course I'm going to get my harp out and get in the right frame of mind and entertain as we go, especially if the streets are crowded. You'll keep everybody from being impatient, including myself. So
It's a couple. You guys are a couple hours into the morning now. It's not quite afternoon. Let's say it's been like an hour or two after meeting, eating, doing stuff, getting ready for the day, and then having traveled here, dealing with the lady, and then going from there, and then traveling to the Thunder Forge palace. Or place. Sorry. Read that wrong.
Weren't we going to talk to priestess or acolyte while we were at the other place?
We asked the priest fellow there if he could read the note, and he couldn't read it. And Granny is the one who gave us that potion to, help with the burns and such for a bit.
Pardon me. Okay, that must have been who we were talking about. I got the impression there was a younger trainee there. But anyway, yeah, let's head on and
All right.
go from there.
Thunder Forge, here we come.
Okay. Hargus, being a traveling bard, you have heard of the Thunder Forge before. It is a rather famous establishment for its song, dance, and entertainment. It is most bards' dreams to have performed there at one point or another. However, it is rather difficult, and it's kind of a Volkstad's Got Talent kind of location.
So they have a brutal Simon-like judge, or like a notorious judge.
If performing there, they typically have acts arranged and other stuff like that. It's not something you can go willy-nilly performing at, but something you go to audition for, become a part of their script or their and then you kind of make your name there. There are solo acts, there are things that way. There's many a famous bard has become famous from being there or having started there or making their way there and then moving on to other things or maybe starting their own establishment somewhere else. But a famous bard who Fonwella had fallen for, whose name is only known as the Minstrel at the moment. His name is actually known. His name was Doug, which he never liked his name as his parents had given him because it was too simplistic. So he went by calling himself the Minstrel everywhere, as he was very personified about being a bard. But his name is Doug Stonebriar. He came from a very commoner family of dwarves and went to see his fame and fortune across the land, swooned a dwarven noble lady named Fonwella, and then made a happy ever after tale that ended shortly because of an illness that took him.
Sad.
Yeah, I'm not. He is as happy doing accompaniment. He would like to see either way. Hargus would enjoy the spectacle of the place. He's as much a people watcher. When he's not a performer, he's a people watcher. So, either way.
This is a place that you would have loved to perform at, but it's never just been on your list of things to do. Obviously.
Sure.
But
we'll just see what the day presents.
Okay. As you guys proceed forward, you eventually make your way through the crowd, and the street opens up a bit more as you get faced by this larger establishment that looks like it's well designed with its architecture and other things to be kind of an amphitheater in style, but enclosed. And as you enter in, there are several tables all around, and similar to the Mountainshadow Inn, there's a center arena, but it's definitely more for a concert-like or playwright performance. And it's kind of a half circle that faces all of it, and all the seating is arranged where they can face that, regardless of how you're sitting. So the booths are half cup towards it, and even if you're further back, you're on a little bit of a rise, so you can see over the top of other people into the area. And it kind of steps down into the theater play area for the music or song or dance or whatever they do. You notice that there's several fountains and other things in the area that you weren't really expecting. There's a couple different pools in the area of different colors, from red to green to blue to a whitish. And it seems that at the moment, it's fairly empty. There's still people here. They're still conversing. They're talking to one another, but it seems fairly busy for being this early in the morning. It's more busy than where you were just at. People come here, they drink, they carouse, and they're always waiting for stuff. And it looks like a majority of the people that are talking and eating may or may not work here, which is why there's so many of them. But looking around at the moment, it looks like this is prior to any events. It seems that Hargis, you knowing this, most of their events happen later in the day or in the afternoon, late afternoon, where it starts. They do typically 3 or 4 play sets a day. One is in the afternoon, and then they do from 1 to 2, either 2 short ones or a longer one in the evening, and then at night they do their big performance that closes out the day. But looking around at the moment, you don't see anything that particularly stands out. You see a few more elves in this place than in the other places. You also see some half elves. You see 1 tiefling. You see, and it's a red tiefling. He seems very well manicured and everything that way, and he has a very suave nature to him. Very, very attractive looking for a tiefling, but he's male. But even still, you guys look at him and you're like, wow, he's a stud. Kind of a look on him. And he seems to be jovially talking with some of the other, what you imagine are some of the other actors. And looking around still, you eventually see a woman, Dwarven woman, who seems more businesslike. People are coming in to and fro talking to her. She has kind of one long single braided ponytail that wraps around from the back of her head, laying over her shoulder down to her arm, and just on the one side, it's really thick. And she has an abacus, and she's kind of counting some numbers and doing some things and kind of pointing out to people and directing what they'll be doing and going to different groups and talking to them. Eventually, she notices you guys come in and she goes, "Oh, right. Do you want a seat? Do you need something to eat? We're not doing any performances yet. You look like new travelers. I don't recognize any of your faces. Apologize if I have met you before. The nights get crazy."
I'm sorry.
Are we losing you, Hargis?
Totally transfer out. You're losing me.
Well,
We could end early if you guys need.
I think I'm going to
call
have
it there.
I'm just totally... I haven't actually fallen asleep. I've just slipped into neutral over and over again.
You get... then you have met
Jasper
Fonwella,
looks at her dead in the eye and goes,
Right.
"You just met your new headliner." Gestures at Hargis.
Half-cocked eyebrow sums up Hargis. It's like headliner he would make, but not the headliner I'd want.
We call him Largus.
Well, yeah, y'all have a good night.
Hargis Largus. You should see him when he's smart.
Largus and the Firebrands. Tonight only.
Make the mistake of coming.
Firebrand. Oh my gosh.
That's our band name, right? when we back you during things. It's
costume is triage bandages.
Brand is so happy he's not here right now. But also so upset that he's not, so he couldn't stop his foolishness.
I just got the feeling of like a Star Wars.
Get the canteen out.
Okay. We'll pick up next time with Fonwella and what she needs help out with, and then go from there.
Sounds good.
But
I'm sorry I'm conking out on y'all. Sometimes I get a little more.
That's
juice.
okay.
Don't.
It's a good place to
I
end
didn't
it.
start on my chair tonight, so.
Yeah, we'll see what you guys have looking forward with helping out Fonwella.
Interesting to see
What
she's got for us.
And then what else you guys are doing.